But it seems that
back.
our dear moderator, Adam, kindly turned them back on for me without me knowing. Fuck. Because like when I did it for Ashley's campaign, I actually thought to myself, right, I ain't gonna touch it now until Wednesday. I'm good. So I don't, because like rather than turn them back on, turn them back off again. But oh well. Oh, well.
Yeah, no, initially.
Tonight.
At least you know how it's liked.
Yeah. Tonight is episode 55. You guys, for the second session, are inside the facility of the numbers, as you guys have. Yeah, Carl, tonight is episode 55.
Oh.
You guys are mid-negotiation and mid-infiltration. Just to note for people that are watching, the colours on the doorways are indicative to the bands that have been, well, the band, you've only got one, that the infiltration team has collected from one of the guards they killed. And each colour represents a crystal that's embedded in the pewter band. And if you have the correct colour, you're able to go through that door. If you don't, then it will not work. You guys are currently entered. You fought some slimes in the area that you was prepared for this because you were warned that they were there, and that was the reason why this was a safe place to drop in, because the numbers were not watching. Also safe with quote marks, safe in the sense that you won't get caught by the guards. Meanwhile, two of you, along with Joseph, gone into the audience hall to conduct some discussions that Joseph had set up all through him, but wanted people with him because he didn't wish to be alone with just Xerxes, and that's both Eventine and Francisco that have gone with. But I don't think I've missed anything, have I?
I'm just on behalf of, I know Rose will immediately tantrum at this. Danny has put bad guys in air quotes on his stream, implying that maybe the numbers might be the good guys and we're the villains.
Oh, he's doing it again.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone picked up on that.
We literally just had this conversation about not doing that.
Did we?
Yeah,
yes.
Thursday at mine.
Yeah, but that's you. That's a different thing. Don't worry about it.
I do have one question, though.
Go on.
I take it the room we were in was meant to be quarantined.
Yes.
Yep.
Why did the book guard just willingly walk in then?
Because he heard noises from
Did-
within and went to investigate.
I know, but considering it's meant to be a quarantine, there's only certain people.
It's not like a medical quarantine. It's just like, hey, there's dangerous shit in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
go in there if you don't have a reason
Yeah,
to.
it wasn't like a viral quarantine. It was more a case
Yeah.
of, there's a lot of shit in there. We'll deal with that later. Let's just lock it off.
And then
Fair
he
enough.
heard things that the most thing he should hear is slosh or slop.
And then he heard a
then he
lot
heard
more than that.
Creboom,
And then he
boom,
heard a fucking
crack.
lightning bolt.
And basically, they've just nailed it on the head. Essentially, he heard noises that were a lot more than what he's used to, and he just went to go and basically see what the fuck. Because obviously, if there was an issue, he could deal with it and report it. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Although
Yeah,
he didn't get.
knows
didn't get-
in if there's anything the slimes, like, besides slimes in there, you're just like, huh.
Yeah, just run back out, shut the door. Jobs are good. But the problem is, he didn't get time. He really didn't get time. Like, between Helra, like, absolutely prison shanking him, I believe Vian also got in on it, as well as Boomer? Or was it Persephone? No, Persephone's not there yet. Which, we'll get to that in a minute, but we'll transition to the audience hall first, as after some discussions, and the breaching of the idea is initially Joseph's suggestion was for these guys to work with Joseph's patron, and there was to be a balance and a share of power in that way, something that she could like control the tap on basically. But that was very quickly shut down on the simple basis of that these people don't want to be ruled; they want to rule. As in, they want to guide their own destiny. Not like as in I want to conquer the world, but more they want to be the steering wheel of their own destiny. The other one that was a bit better received, and some of the details have started to be hashed out about it, is the dropping of the one aspect of their research, which is in trying to manipulate the weave more than it is already, and focusing more on the crystal production. It's not something that Joseph likes and Xerxes likes, but it's, in their mind, what's a few people to the whole world? Which sounds grim, depending on a person's point of view, but at least it's an avenue that they're currently going down. Is there anything during these conversations that either of you two would have wanted to have had an input, whether it's to Joseph privately or to the room generally? Hi, Berger.
No. I'd have. Thing is, I had an idea of how to continue on the conversation from where we last left off.
You're more than welcome to if you've got a thing in mind.
Oh, it was the fact of, that's not what we want. That's against our design. What we want from. They were saying because they didn't want the patron.
Mm-hmm.
No. Excuse us for being so unknowing about this, but what are your particular aims?
The one in the central seat kind of look at you for a moment. Our aims are simple. We're here to break the limits so that we can return things to as they were formerly. I'm sure you may have heard tales of such things, floating cities, people of power, and the ability to manipulate almost any matter to their will. These things have been lost to us for some time, and I think we're more than due for such applications. And I, as well as my other colleague, gesturing to the seat to the right, obviously the left is empty, are here to aid those people working here with us for this purpose. Oh, go on, Michael, you was going to say something.
Yeah, so you wish the return of high magic.
Precisely. Things were much simpler. There was far less strife in the world, because if there was an issue, we had more than enough power in one person to change it. Now, dozens can't even compete with what one could have back then, and it takes twice the work. Many die. Many things are pushed forward without their will, and we are much less powerful.
But power from that time still had problems. It just drew greater enemies to it.
It did. The only issues it wrought was those that sought to exploit it for their own means, more than what was deemed acceptable at the time. The reason why we have lost this ability is not through our own manipulation, but through the spat of those above and below. And they couldn't keep together the things that they had given to us, and rescinded gifts that we did not damage.
Powers that were removed were lost due to a battle, but at the same time, give my knowledge, but is that not their right as the ones who created it? We had use of magic, but it's their dominion.
It is a gift that was given to us. And surely one as yourself will know any gift, it is rude to take back. Given as well the fact that the reasons they took it back was not even our doing, but their own, or more specifically, one of their own. The weave was damaged through another god's means, and yet they blamed us for it. They blamed us for overusing and overcharging, when all it was their celestial beings used it and overpowered it themselves to put an end to a war that they started. Don't you see the hypocrisy in that?
Danny,
Yeah?
from the many lectures I would have received from Cass over the years,
Right?
is there any religious reason or speech given that holds any of that as truth, that we were blamed?
Make a religion check. Make a religion check. I will say it's a high DC because it's not exactly your area, but I will also grant you advantage given the, as you say, eons of lectures you would have no doubt have received, with or without your consent.
Goody.
Oh man!
Thank God for the nat 20. I've got 0 otherwise. So
That is a shame because I thought you actually had a positive, but no,
Nope.
that is not bad. So the basics is, and I'm gonna highlight these. Merkel is the god of death, was the one that technically was responsible for damaging, destroying the weave and killing Mystra, the first iteration of, because of the usage of the weave to try and basically, the god knew because we've out of character labeled it. And you don't know for certain what was ever the thoughts of the gods. You know it was with the unlimited power was withdrawn because the weave could not ever be restored to its full state because of the damage it sustained and because the one who created it died. The new Mistras and the new iterations of Mistras could merely patch it. That was about as good as they could do. No one could replace it. And so you know at least that side it's true. You don't know if people, casters and people that use the weave were necessarily blamed, but you know at least a good chunks of what he's saying has truth to it. It's make an insight check real quick, because I'll this is now more or less to see, because you don't know the facts. Is he clearly lying, or does he at least believe what he's saying? And with a 20, he very intently believes at least what he's saying is true. And given the fact that good chunks that you know of relate to fact, it is up to you whether he is factual or it's like a Mandela effect where he believes he's right, but it's not technically right. That's going to be more of an assumption allowed on your part.
So
He's not talking out his arse, at least.
yeah, or he doesn't believe he's talking out of his ass.
Exactly, yeah.
So your intention is to claw back the possession of the high magic, even though the weave cannot withstand us wielding it again at that level.
The weave in its current form cannot. But I believe that we have the ability, if we can have the weave unfettered, have the ability to fix it. I know we have got research here going back nearly 2,000 years on the weave. We have learnt it and meticulously studied it, and we believe that we have the ability to take away the temporary fixes and fully rewrite the weave itself, where possible.
You believe, after 2,000 years of study, that you have more knowledge than the gods.
Well, given the fact that the gods, after all these years, have not done anything towards it, it's hardly as if they've made any more progress in this time. It has been a one-horse race for this knowledge. I'm sure if they bothered to seek it, they would have found it by now, but they haven't.
The only one that would be able to fix it died when it broke.
And Joseph will kind of chime in with you. It's as he says, like, the end of the day, the weave, it'll never be the same again. Things like this don't just fix. To be able to fix it, we would have to fully start over, and it would be devastation for all. There are many people that rely on the weave and magic, and if we were to take it away entirely, only to rebuild it and put it back in that time, untold counts of people and creatures could do anything. It's as I've been warned, and this is the reason why we're here. As much as people want the weave back how it was, it is unfortunate. Whether the reason is yours or someone else's, it can't. Ever. Go back. And then going back. So Matt, does Francisco do anything while this conversation's going on?
No.
Just stand there?
Standing, yeah. Listening,
Right.
mouth shut, fade into the background.
Fair enough. Well, I'm sure that if we have enough time, I will introduce you to some of our work, and you can make that choice for yourselves. Even you, Evan, if you wish, you may see it for yourself before you make such bold assumptions of our work. But, at the very least, we have not only been working on the weave, as you mentioned. We have pushed forward in many aspects, and we have managed to tap into the potential of giving those that have no potential the ability to manipulate and cast and work and weave. You don't seem to have too much in the way of issue with that, at least.
Oh.
You don't. Pointing to Joseph.
He doesn't. That's, from a point of view, an acceptable choice. But who gets to decide you take the magic from others by force?
Those with abilities like ours, and both of your friends, gesturing to Joseph and Francisco. We are but resources. There are many wars in this world that people, your people as well, have made over such resources, and others kind. What makes it any different because it's attached to a person?
You have decided that people, well, are not people. In that you have decided to dehumanize a person at that point. They are nothing more than a sack of magic.
Perhaps.
Who are you to decide if a person is worthy of magic?
Are you saying that every single person that has the ability to cast is righteous and doesn't deserve such a fate?
No, not everyone is right. But to decide to take that magic from people, to rip it away from them, is it is it restorable? Is a resource replenishable?
Entirely so.
Does it come back?
Once a person has had their rest, all of their potential returns. These crystals only siphon what you would be able to cast in a single day. even to make
So-
use of those that you don't use in a day, and you can store them for later use.
So, do your group offer up your magic?
On occasion, yes, we have.
Why only occasion?
Because most of us here that are working are actively using what potential we control.
And the rest are not.
Those that can do, and those that can't are working. But we have but a very narrow scope of potential types and archetypes. We have had to broaden on an occasion.
Willing or forceful?
Both, depending on the situation and the person at hand. I'm sure your doctor that you used to be in contact with has probably explained such endeavors.
If we were an acquaintance.
Deception check.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, no.
Allow me to ask you a question. Why is it that you have interjected yourself? And I don't ask you to speak on behalf of the rest of them, but you yourself. Why have you interjected yourself into our matters? It was never affecting you initially.
Initially.
You brought yourselves onto it in Frosselgar when you met and attacked the laboratory that we had been working on.
And what was that laboratory doing again?
We were looking at the myconids and looking at their potentials and looking at ways to alter it for different applications.
And the poisoning of an entire town just because they were lesser than you?
An unfortunate byproduct, but not
No.
our intention.
Byproduct was not the case. It was released intentionally. Your man said so.
If the man was alive, I would have spoken with him about that, but no. That was not our intention.
Insight.
Go for it.
I will insight as well.
Go for it. Evan, you're not 100% sure, because at the minute you can kind of feel your own heartbeat in your ears as you're like, you know, there's a bit of passion in what you're saying, and it's putting you a little bit hot-footed.
Yeah, I'm more holding his attention, if anything.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, just because you're kind of getting into it a little bit, as it were, you're unsure. Gray, you get the feeling it's not true what he's saying, but it's also not a lie either. It's very mixed. When he says that, when referring to the poison of the town, you feel that he's being quite honest when that was not an intention, but also you kind of get the feeling there's a bit more to it. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost it's almost truth through omission sort of thing, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Rather than lying through omission, it's truth through omission, because there's more he could say that would probably make him a liar, you assume.
Am I psychically linked to Evan?
Yeah.
Everyone is psychically linked, which, as a point out, when Persephone does come through to the augmentation side,
She will also be part of the
yeah,
link.
so all of you are telepathically connected. I believe everyone but Joseph
Yeah.
is, or is it everyone but someone else?
No, it's all but Joseph,
Got
because
it.
Joseph was with us, so we didn't need
Got it.
that.
Yeah, so Evan will get a message. I think there's more to that story.
But you
That he's
agree
not
his
telling
actions.
us.
Yes. Would you agree his actions were wrong,
Careless is the way I'd put it.
but not wrong?
Hmm.
Those lives mattered to you, or did not?
I'm indifferent, personally. I knew
Sorry,
not
Dan,
the
you cut out on that.
indifference is a word that would be more apt. I do not care, yet I do not exactly mourn their loss.
Whilst that action, whether or not it was authorized or not, it still drew the attention. Essentially, you were too loud. Now, that, as it was not a problem. It didn't draw our attention to you. It could have been one mad scientist who was trying to claim powers he had no access to, and we would have left it. You then retaliated personally twice against us. We had no idea that there was a group or a power behind this. Not until you came after us. And again, the next time we interacted.
As you say that bit, the one in the center leans to the one on the right, and a couple of quiet words are exchanged. But their attention, their eyes are on you. But like, there's a he tilts his head and like whispers. You may certainly roll a perception check if you want to try and lip read.
Yeah.
Or roll a stealth check.
Would have. It's
You would
working
have
now.
roll 20 decided to.
Would let me.
Joseph can't tell us.
Yeah, you don't hear it, but you both get the lip read of, and Francisco far more. Told you that girl was trouble, letting her roam as she pleased. And like the one to the right of the center one just kind of nods in agreement silently without like saying anything back. But that like his attention immediately goes back to you as you finish your sentence.
Mm-hmm. Once Sola interacted with us, we were on guard, but still not too much. When we then found out that our friends had been taken, and through the ingenious defenses you have, were able to track ourselves.
You mean the same friends that attacked Sola for attempting to reclaim our Myconid?
I have no idea as to what happened between them. We tried to contact them. We then found out they had been taken by you. And then next thing we got a package the next morning with a little warning of you're next, essentially.
I was made aware of this after the fact. But yes, I know what you mean.
Again, actions that could have been brushed away. Quiet, we would not have interfered. Our next interaction was much later, when once again you were too noisy. Your attempt, and I will put my own bias into this one, your sacrilegious attempt to gain control of Mystra. So turned off the weave for a third of all of Brial. It was noticeable. It was easy to track the source. To find what caused such blanket disruption was something anyone with half a brain should have looked into.
And you're saying that this person had to be you?
Anyone should have. The fact that we were the first ones to get there doesn't mean anything.
In this conversation... Oh, go on.
Just because we were the first there, others could have. To then find 4 was only the information he gave us. Trying to restrain an aspect of Mystra. Straining with all his power to do so. We could not allow such an event to continue. So we interfered. After we had resolved that and were continuing to battle the aspect, that is when your compatriot, known as 3, arrived.
And you'll notice there's a side eye to the chair to his left.
Who then decided we had been too much of a nuisance. More than likely from reports from Sola. I believe only she could have reported that we were being continual pains in the neck. Your compatriot decided to remove us. We objected strongly. And again, once done, we were to leave and have no interactions with you. No way to hunt down, track, find, or do anything. Remaining quiet, you would have lost us. Whatever happened for Clarissa to join your side, whether through her own means or others.
That was merely a pet project of Sola's. Something to focus her attention, so she was more
Predictable to send a target after us afterwards?
No, to make Sola predictable, giving her something to put her attention onto. Something that she claims, at least as far as we're aware, is a success.
The project was to do what? I can understand it seems to have been gaining Clarissa under your control, either through recruitment or other means.
I believe we can discuss this another time. We're not here for much of that.
True. I wish to only, whilst we were here, help clear the air. Our groups have been too at odds. And I think it's the people between our groups that are causing us to come into contact. And I think at that point we can...
Yeah, well, I was going to before, but I'll leave it on one comment, and then obviously discussions will continue. Well, if such a thing is a case, then I'm sure we can look at the eradication of, to make things more simple between us in the future. Cutting over...
the bad guys just agreed to kill Clarissa and
Argyle.
Sola for us. And Sola. Sola was also a problem.
Okay, so Sola, Argyle, and Clarissa can all get mushed. And then you guys can rock into the
house. Guys.
We're done.
Yep. Job done.
Yeah, I'm sure Argyle will be thrilled to find out that deliverance. Right, but anyway.
Look, Evan, tell them we're here and we're helping kill Argyle. Should be good.
Persephone.
Hello.
You're in the black market with the people that opened the portal. It has been about 5 or 6 minutes or so, and the problem is you guys had opened telepathic bonds, but as they went to the different plane of existence, the bond doesn't carry.
Mm-hmm.
For the sake of, I'm going to manipulate your character's feelings a little bit just to make things easier, or if you want to make your own reasoning, you can. I was going to say that Persephone probably got a little, fleet-footed and wanted to go and, double-check things were okay, because you warned this room had a lot of dangerous oozes and things like this.
Mm-hmm.
And you would be able to jump through into the augmentations room and eventually catch it with the party, which Rough timings, they would have been encountering the lava trap at that point. If
Which
you
is
would,
the lava trap around here.
it's
yeah?
in the hallway.
Okay, cool.
So,
So up here, I was
and
like,
then you can
"Oh my God."
telepathically communicate and then meet up before they go down the corridor on the right.
Right, so I telepathically go, "Oh my God, you guys okay?" I just got this rear fear that something bad's happened.
And obviously, those with
yeah,
the
we almost cooked ourselves. Think we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, be careful of the. Don't worry about it. There's just let them sleep in there.
Okay. Looking around, seeing like dead ooze things everywhere. Nice.
Splat.
And a probably comatose guard.
No, the guard's not comatose. He's fucking dead. He's got like multiple. He's got like Julius Caesar stab wounds.
Jeez.
Like he was actually butchered.
Well, as
Oh,
I'm
God.
here, I might as well stay with you. I didn't like being that far away from you. Like,
Right.
there we go.
Argyle, you were the one at the front, and I believe you're the one that's got the band, haven't you?
The ban?
I thought.
Oh, the keys, yeah.
For the doors, yeah.
I'm not sure if Argyle has the band. I think
Yeah, because it's a pewter
has it.
bracelet with 4 sockets, and 3 of them are
Argyle
filled.
didn't take it, I don't think.
Okay.
I am pretty sure Helra has it.
And Helra has gone. Who wants to lead the charge and take it from Rose?
I'd say I think
Argyle
it
can take
I think it was given to Argyle because Argyle is currently disguised as the guard.
Oh,
It's in
Oh,
there.
that's
Okay, fair enough.
right. Yeah, you did. You
Because
did at the end.
Yeah, because you gave this guy the shits and told him, and him and his friend went off to the medical bay.
No, it wasn't the shits. Fucking Vian psychic lanced him. Gave him like instant migraine. Yeah, that's right. You are currently disguised as a facility guard, or at least one that
In
matched.
full plate.
Yeah, at least one that matched visibly the one that you murdered.
I guess Persephone wouldn't know that.
Hmm.
No.
No.
So, is the intention to still carry on down this corridor here?
I believe so. But I think what we left at the end of last session was Argyle turning back to the party and say, "There's a long corridor down through here, and if that lava trap is anything to be worried about going forward, well, I have a quick trick. Just to let me see down the corridor to see if there's any more of those. But
Oh, I got that trick too.
well, I mean,
I
fair
could
enough.
do.
You
I can see traps sometimes if I use a bit of magic.
well then
Liam, stop stealing
I,
his moment.
I was using quite a lot of magic in the previous room, so by all means, if you want to take a look. I'll go
Okay,
use the bangle to open the door.
Right. Which obviously, once it gets within about a foot of the door, the stone will just raise instinctively, matching pink to pink.
Now we have Persephone, it might be useful to use her knowledge of traps. Maybe have a quick look. If she notices.
I feel like I'm going to be useful now.
Yes.
Please, Persephone.
Yay.
So the door opens. You can see at the very end of the hallway where the blue line is, that's another door with a blue gem above it. And you
Okay.
can see that there is a corridor that loops round to the right about halfway down. You don't see any
Uh-oh.
guards between you and that door.
Cool. So I'm going to look for traps then.
By all means, make a perception check if you're just looking, or investigation if you're really getting deep into the the looking
I'm gonna
around.
go investigation then.
Nice.
Ooh.
Looking down this corridor, unlike the hallway that you guys are just leaving, where it's very, very faint, but you can just about see, Persephone, some tiles in the center of the hallway that are raised ever so delicately. The hallway ahead of you looks entirely flat and perfectly leveled and patterned. You look on the walls, you don't see any indents, you don't see any like switches, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You just see a long, solid stone corridor that's fairly devoid of any decoration or anything like that, but no traps. Not that you can see.
So those two that are slightly raised.
And I will say,
nothing.
yeah, and I will say you probably got to about there doing that, because obviously investigation's more hands-on and stuff, so you've probably gone in a few
Cool.
feet, and just a reminder, every square is 10 feet on this map.
okay.
Looking and checking, and then you kind of realise that, no, this seems okay.
I want to check up to this crossing at least.
Okay,
So I'll do another investigation.
Certainly. Again, it seems relatively clear, with the exception of about there, you see the first guard that you come across, and you can see that down this hallway there is probably close to a dozen lined down this hallway. All of them semi-attentioned down to these two doors here.
Cool. I'll hand signal the guys as it's cleared up to here, but I'll signal that some guards down this corridor. So
You've got telepathy, so you can just say.
Oh yeah, all right. I'll just.
And
I'll just do
I
that
will
then.
assume any conversation is done through the telepathy, so you don't have to worry about specifying.
Okay, cool. So I'll say to them like, there's some cleared up to here, but down this corridor we got a good few guards.
Are we sneaking or are we distracting?
As quiet
How
as
many
it's possibly safe.
guards?
Sorry, one person then.
The idea is shh. Quiet.
Sneak.
Sneak. Dear?
Boomer, that means no blowing up.
Does who is it that's got Pass Without a Trace up at the moment? Do you still have it?
Argyle, yeah.
And yes.
Lasts an hour, I believe, so yeah.
Pass Without Trace is an hour long, and I haven't broken concentration on that yet.
Are we going down to this blue door?
Yeah.
That's-
So basically,
Go on.
Persephone, the plan is room platforms and then back up, and then we're going to go into this section to fetch cats
Okay, cool.
and look for stuff.
So I'll wait at this corner here, and I'll signal when people to go past when the guards' attention are distracted. Is that okay?
Yeah, just do it as a stealth check, so all of you
Okay.
will eventually cluster up here. That is, give me my pink.
Don't forget you have a +10 to your stealth currently, thanks to Mr. Argyle when we're in all in.
Give me
position.
my fucking door. Give me the fucking door.
Uh-oh.
Is it on the right layer?
Yeah, hang
Oh.
on.
I still have advantage as well. For Blessings of the Trickster.
Somebody does.
You would, yeah.
You.
Herod has the blessing.
Because I have the lowest. Oh, that's Cass. Why am I rolling Cass's stuff? Whoops. Why am
Oh,
I
that's
even
going there. Oh.
Okay.
Rose, why do you have Cass's stuff open? Seems suspicious.
Cass BBEG, Kappa.
Got the two character sheets next to each other. That's what it is.
Okay. One by
Because
one.
why?
One by one, each of you make your way across and cross this passing. And each of you can see that these are pretty heavily armed guards, and they are wearing a different uniform as well, is one thing that you'll notice. They're all wearing plate, the same as before, but you'll notice some of the filigree and detailing on the armor is very distinct but different. It would be safe to assume that depending on where in the facility you are, the guards have appropriate attire. Just as a note, obviously more for Argyle, considering you are wearing the uniform that matches those from this area at the top.
Mm-hmm.
But one by one, you all eventually make your way across down to this blue door down here without issue. You did natural fail, dear, but I did it as a group, basically average, and the average was close. It was, but the 19 and the 21 did really skip it a little bit.
Given the fact that his is also a 19, even with a nat 1.
Wait. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was forgetting to add 10. So yeah. So even without it, you'd have done it just. But yeah, that makes it comfortable. So you guys will all eventually make it to this side of the T junction.
Argyle stealthily goes closer to the door with the bangle, and we have the blue one, right?
Yours has blue, red, and pink.
Okay. I'll mark that on the side here. Blue.
Oh yeah, I was just about to do that actually, but yeah, no, by all means, just do a couple of lines, just so you know what colours you've got.
I open the door.
And it opens. And just looking around, you just actually clock eyes on the rune platform's door here, just shutting behind somebody, as a couple people have headed in there. And you can see the crystals sticking out down the corridor, and you can see this is like a very blue dominant corridor. So you should, in theory, have access to all of this. Well, no, not in theory, you know. But yeah, you just see this door right here just close behind, as you just see the cape of someone just walking in.
If we enter the next room where those runes are, we need a plan, because who knows actually when who went in there, saw a cape, someone important maybe, who wears capes in this day and age anyway.
No
Yeah, capes are
capes.
incredibly tacky.
Yeah.
Not capes, darling.
Fuck's sake. That was not the intention.
Okay. No. I believe that as soon as this goes, things are going to get a little hairy. You know, there'll be something that causes, even if it's the lights flickering, I'm not sure this battery replacement will be shortly discovered.
I can, of course, move in first to see if there's any way to escort you through.
I think that is an excellent idea.
You're in my mind, so I will be in yours. I'll take a quick look.
I think after this point it will be a little more fast-paced, so I hope everybody is ready that if this goes to plan, things are not going to go to plan for much longer. We need to be fast.
Luckily, I have no plan.
Question one, does everybody have their buddy?
Do you have an exit buddy?
Oh,
Yeah,
one other thing.
grab,
One other thing I did forget to mark.
Persephone.
Yeah, one other thing I did forget to mark is in this central corridor.
In a
there
friendly
is
way,
blue
not
door.
in a violent way.
Yeah. One other thing I did forget to mark, and I've just done it for you. That central corridor, as you can see on the far left side, there is another blue line. Where all the guards were. I did forget to put that on. You guys would have seen that.
Why have I got
guessing-
trapped here?
What was that?
I said, why have I got to have deer?
Because he has plane shift. Do you want somebody else to have deer?
I will.
He's the only one that has the ability to get you guys out if shit goes wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
No,
Is
no,
there-
Persephone, it's fine. You can have somebody else.
Yeah.
I think
Is there...
it's not
Darn it.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Is there a door going to like the canteen and the kitchen area, or is that open?
You
all through?
haven't seen. You haven't
haven't seen.
seen. I have been marking doors as you've seen. The only closest one you've seen is on the very top corridor. You can see that pink door going down. You haven't seen a door here going up.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Right,
So,
I'm going to do an investigation first for traps or anything up to around here. The first door.
Okay, roll that. Rose, what are you saying? Sorry.
I was going to suggest, as Hera, Argyle, myself, and Vian will. So me and Vian will flank this blue door whilst Argyle goes in, because obviously Vian is able to control the people around her, and I can stop them if they start running out. You three be prepared for danger, because you're all you're ranged individuals. I think this is the best plan. Argyle goes in. Fingers crossed it all goes to plan.
Okay.
Put
in a bag.
Argyle makes his move.
Okay.
He will stand up straight, try to be very militaristic posture, and goes through the door.
Just before
And,
you
like-
go, Persephone does quickly check the floors and stuff and has a look around as best as she can. You don't see any more traps here, which is a good sign. It's the one thing you do notice is that we're in a tunnel.
Danny, hold on. Who's Deet? Can you stop that noise in the background? It's really
Liam.
annoying. Liam. There we go. Thank you.
Where he left.
There we go. I nuked him. But you don't find any traps. You do notice actually that parts. Liam,
mute yourself or fix it.
He's actually not from me.
It is from you because you're the one lighting up.
we can all hear it, dude.
Wait, no, I'm saying he's not lighting up for me on my microphone. Hold on.
No, but we can all hear it,
Is that
dude.
better?
Yeah, that's loads better. We can't hear it at all now.
Sorry,
But-
I couldn't tell because it lights up for me on my microphone. Like when it lights up.
Yeah, but you
For me,
know,
it's just saying like blank.
you've noticed that some of the details of the stonework and intricacies of the architecture and things, and even the door locks, quote marks, the slightly less intense in this part of the facility, compared to, especially much more compared to the top where you was, which looks extremely intricate and extremely issuesome. You get a feeling that this is probably one of the lower defended areas of the facility, and you should be okay going forward.
Oh, cool.
I like to
Argyle?
imagine there's one hallway that just has that trap that newbies always hit, and they're just like, you hit the bee sting trap again.
Yeah, well,
And it's
you
just like a weekly thing for hazing the new guy.
well, you are near the dormitory, so that would make sense if there was
Yeah.
like a trap that like they purposely
You
keep
wouldn't want
resetting.
sleepwalking.
But
Yeah.
Go on.
Sorry, I'm just loving the fact that you've just gone like, yeah, this is the area where it's lower security, and you stood basically next to the facility's nuclear reactor, and it's no, this is the low security end.
Yeah.
Well, there's more physical bodies, so you need less traps to patrol it. Or to, yeah.
But
You're in the wall.
yeah, you're in the middle of the astral sea there.
Yeah, I'm just walking round.
Well, yeah. Do you want to make like 10 death saves because you're in the astral sea?
Sorry.
Stay within the walls.
Can you
But
do me a favour? Danny, could you mark where the guards were on this corridor, please?
they're dotted down that corridor. There is a lot of them.
Oh, right, in that case, fair
It's not just one or two. There is a lot, and they're all kind of just. They're not like ready to like bust in somewhere or anything, but they are all kind of on alert and waiting in case. And given you know that that's the audience hall there, it would you could probably make assumptions as to why they're there.
We will at this point, Howard will push a message through to Great Owl and Evan saying we're about to enter into the room platforms.
But Argyle, as you psych yourself up, you put your back straight, your chest out. You go into the room platform area, I assume.
I move forward, yeah, and
The door.
like I march like I'm actually patrolling based on what I've seen the other guards be doing.
Yeah.
And I open up this door somewhat nonchalantly.
And it
Um,
opens with no issue, and you can see like a diagonal corridor, and then there is light radiating and like lighting up the wall, like a slightly bluish hum.
Okay, this is what I want to do when I go in there. He is looking at the point of when he gets to be able to see into the room.
Right.
He wants to immediately. He doesn't want to like just walk straight into the room. He wants to like do a quick peek.
Okay, make a stealth check, followed by a perception check. Obviously, your stealth check is to make sure you're not seen as you're doing this peek, and then perception for the peek.
Mm-hmm.
So 31, pretty
Perception.
average, yeah. Ooh, damn. What you see in there is you currently see a circle that is active, a teleportation circle that is active, and is currently being held open and maintained by a couple of arcanists. You don't see the caped figure that you saw like the back of, but these three look different. They're all wearing deep purple robes with like a black trim, and they're all wearing very similar clothes, and you can see a number of components and different focuses laid out as they're just finishing up a ritual. And the portal is glowing this blue light, and it is slowly fading, and it doesn't look like they're losing control of it. They are slowly closing it in. And you can see there are different circles for other purposes and for destinations you probably don't know. Same as this one, you don't know where that leads to. And one thing you do see is on the wall, on the northern side of the room, so just above the P, right here, you can see 3 stone huts in the wall, and you can see a number of different items that are lodged in, and they look active and extremely radiant in what they are, and they are looking very similar to the crystal that you have to replace, the large prismatic shape. But you see 3 of them. It sounds stupid, but they're in like a triforce shape, like 3 little triangles that make the big triangle.
Okay. Is there a short guy in green pajamas running around too?
No, but just round the corner, all you can hear is yeah, as someone's like gamboling like shit, and they had the distant pot smashing. No, it was just a design. Ignore it. But so what you see is you see 3 people in here that are currently working on a portal, and you can see the wall at the back, and you can see these 3 prismatic items in the wall that all match the one you've got. And you can see all in, there's about 5 circles with the second furthest one active at the minute, with them stood around it. They're not paying attention to you in any way or not looking around. They are focused.
Yeah. I'll communicate to the back, say 3 figures. Seem magical in nature, or with abilities. It's safe to come in if you are stealthy, but we need to get the jump on them.
Cool. I will
I have
stealth.
the ability to technically take out 2, but can't do it alone here. That's why I need you.
And after a short period of time, obviously, as you guys all stealth your way through, which you are all able to do pretty easily, considering there's no one here to worry about, the portal will eventually start. You notice, Argyle, as you're keeping an eye, the rune will start to fade as they are finishing up the ritual, and the lights fade and stuff, and they're in the process now of packing up all of their components into a small piece of leather that's laid out, and you can see there's like little slots, and then they roll them up and things. They're going to be there for about a minute or so, but then where they go after that, you have no idea. They could come directly at you. They could stay. They could go the other side.
At this point, can we also let Kratel and Evan know? And another one will come through the one going, we're about to enter into combat. Brace yourselves. Because I just feel like we're really close to them, and they're about to hear the sounds of all sorts of shit going on. Just in case.
Question.
Make aware.
Are we killing or restraining? Just want to clarify that point.
Anything
killing.
silent.
Killing. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I hope this doesn't screw you all up. Argyle,
that's filling everyone with confidence.
as he
I
looks
concur.
through, Argyle will begin. He'll obviously drop concentration with the stealth at the same time as he's casting this new spell, and anyone who has any sort of arcane knowledge knows that this will be silence. And
Okay.
he's going to cast a silence bubble over where these arcanists are as he sort of walks in. So he's going to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you kind of hear, Pat, just it's general conversation. They're not talking about anything specific. It's just a case of, yo, Jimmy, did you hear that in the canteen later they're going to be serving and they kind of get confused as they suddenly can't hear and talk.
At the wah sound, because I'm guessing that's when.
That's where they're talking, but nothing's coming. Yeah.
Can Howard rush forward, please? I'm going to try and get to them.
I will certainly give you guys the ability to jump on them. Just let me grab some placeholder tokens, just for the sake of you guys, because these are 10-foot squares each. So obviously we can just use this as a bit of fun.
That's on that. Yeah.
Yes. Don't mind me, Ash. I'm just going to use Arva.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. Because I could dig one out, but I thought for the sake of expediency, they're just 3 different arcanists, and I'll just call them up.
Yep.
Go
My only
for it.
concern is they're going to try to flee that way.
Well, you said that they were doing a teleportation circle shutdown.
So when they
It's finished, and they're currently they're packing away their components and focuses. They're currently like got their parts on the floor, and they're just putting them in there. Like, they're very meticulous, these people, it seems.
Okay.
would I have been able to rush forward then?
I will say,
Okay.
assume where you guys are, you guys get a surprise round.
Cool.
Obviously, Argyle's was the silence. Obviously, if you wish to move any more, you may. And then, because these guys were completely caught unaware.
I need to check something.
What's the range of silence? Just going to clarify.
Well, silence I can cast from 120 feet away. And it's a 20-foot sphere.
So it's 2 squares, basically, then.
20-foot radius. I think. 20
So it
foot.
would have got all 3 of them
Oh,
because
no,
they're
it's
all
a
within.
20
Okay.
foot
Yeah, covers the room.
radius sphere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the various cast visible or not?
No.
Does that make sense?
No,
No,
you
okay.
don't see it, but you'll know when you're in it.
Okay, so when
Just
we
a-
enter it, we will know. Okay.
Yeah, because you'll suddenly not hear or see or same.
If you're in the radius of it, unless you have like specific abilities, you won't be able to cast magic in it. You know
That's what I was
mean?
thinking then.
Yeah.
Only if you
try
have
not to
purple.
go in. Or yeah.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Do you want
Does that
to
include things
roll
going
initiative, or?
Yeah, but you're not
Just
going to be able to hear it, are you?
True.
So I know I can get to. Was it dropped like there at the top of the R by any chance?
It'll be
Yeah.
like
Hang on.
surrounding them, because if they're magic users, he wants to prevent them.
What's
from
what's the thing? And then I'll do the shape.
What do you mean?
Circle.
It's 20 foot, isn't it?
It's a 20-foot radius, so it's a 40-foot wide.
Oh shit.
So, just let me zoom in.
I'm gonna do radius 20-foot.
Shit. It's 4 squares, because
Yes,
You
he's
can
got.
see it. Like so.
4x4.
No, because each
like
square is
like that.
10 feet.
Yeah. So he's gonna drop it in the middle. No snapping. So I don't know if you can see it, Danny, about like how wide it is in a circle, in a sphere.
Yeah. Well, that's right in it, because it's 40 foot across entirely, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Or do you want to move it in any particular way?
No, that's fine. As long as it's like capture them all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, like
Yeah.
easily. So this corridor's only 30 foot wide.
Cool. Well, I mean, if you are suggesting that he can continue walking, but
I would say because you
wanna-
moved 10 foot because you moved 1 square, so you've got another 2
Yeah, I moved
squares.
it.
You basically
Yeah,
you'll get
I'll
a surprise
continue
round.
marching towards them, like nothing is wrong.
Hmm.
And that will be my movement, I suppose.
Anyone else?
Yes. Quick clarification on the spell silence. I'm guessing that I cast go into the area and come outside of it. It doesn't
Right,
just like stop.
It just
Say that
stops the
again,
sound, so
Rose,
any
because all I can
spells
hear
that-
is your mic rubbing up something.
Oh, it's not
Oh,
mine. It's mine.
So
I was
you
just
can
saying,
cast
if-
into it.
Sorry.
You can cast into it. You just can't necessarily cast spells within the silent spells if it has a verbal component.
Yeah,
which most spells do.
that's right. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to move into next to
Intention.
Argyle, and then I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay, what are you casting?
I am casting Rhymes Binding Ice. I'm going to drop their movement down. So this should come through, I think. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I like it. So the first one.
Anybody?
Yeah. So
yeah, they mean
blue gets a 17, then a 15 for red, and then a 4 for green.
Yeah. So basically, wait a minute, 2 seconds. So they take that damage, but they also have to. Basically.
Rose, you're not close enough.
It's a 30-foot cone.
Oh, sorry. I do apologise. Ignore that. I'll dash. I'll do that next turn.
Okay.
I'll get to there, if that makes sense. There we go.
Persephone?
Ignore that. That'll be next.
Okay, so this is pretty much a full action then, isn't it?
This is a
The whole
surprise
turn,
round.
just-
Yeah, these guys were they were like completely focused on what they were doing.
Okay. He's going to mix up a bit this time. So for his spell next action, he would like to cast, where's it gone again? I just had it. Flame Blade at 4th level.
Oh. Okay.
I don't do any damage yet, I'm just trying to cast it.
No, but this is just you getting the spell ready for next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Persephone, Vian, Boomer.
Well,
Oh, do I have a
He
chance
can
to do a
still-
movement as well, quickly? Just
Yeah.
while
Do it.
I can just move. I can't move. Can I move the little gap
Well,
there?
assuming if Persephone's going to move, I will allow you to go there, Liam, if you wish.
I'm not going to move because
Okay,
I want my archery and shooting ability
Okay.
to stay hidden.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I
well,
was
you can-
here. Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. It was.
Yeah.
Let's do a.
You would have moved a bit into the room with the door shut anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna go to here then.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Boomer, are you moving up before Persephone makes an attack? And Vian, you've moved. Are you doing any spells or?
Yes. So I would move just next to Deer. Why I'm just not corrected it with the squares.
yeah, the
it's
squares aren't lined up.
Which is why I was using
Yeah.
a separate battle map, but I thought fuck it rather than fucking about for this little combat.
Yeah, I'd be slightly between like D and Vian. I'd be holding a firebolt once everyone
Liam, your fan.
drives off.
Is it coming?
There you go.
Hold on. Let me see what's going on because it shouldn't be coming through. It's not. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
It wasn't
Oh.
even facing the
Okay.
microphone that time. I was going to turn it off for a bit.
Yeah. Persephone, you're last to act.
Yeah.
I'll get to you in a
Right.
second, Michael.
Okay. I'm just wondering why he's holding an action. Why everybody's holding an action to attack and not charging in.
I'm not holding. I'm going to shoot.
Yeah, you're going to shoot. Boomer's holding an action.
I know. As soon as people are shooting, the firebolt game released.
Okay.
So you may as well go then, because people are attacking.
People are attacking.
Yeah,
Persephone's
but-
attacking immediately after you.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
So I will go
Shoot.
for which one's the best line of sight? I'll go for the farthest one.
Okay, so you're going to go for the red dot? Yeah, by all means, make an attack. Ooh! Sheesh! Yeah, okay, Liam, that's
think it's
absolutely
going
fine.
to be busted still, so...
Yeah.
Should be 30 plus.
Yeah, it should be 30 plus 11, so that's 41. Plus another plus a D8.
8.
Plus
So,
Yeah.
so it's 49 plus a D8, so 50 points of damage.
How much? Yeah, 50 points of damage. Is he dead?
Yep. Fuck.
I think he's. I don't think there's anything left of that
As-
yard body.
As
Just ashes.
no, it's not that bad.
Aww.
But as you run in and like they kind of starting to worry, and you see him go to grab an arcane focus, and he's trying to cast it, but it's not working because he's missing components. He looks up and sees the people running in, and you just send a bolt that literally just hits a bolt of fire that just hits him clean on the nose, and like it explodes in his face, and it just completely like knocks him, like he's just been hit with like some force on his back, and he kind of twitches and convulses for a second, and then just if the silence wasn't up, you probably would have heard a lot of screaming in pain, but otherwise you just visually saw that and nothing more.
Pop
Okay.
You done, Boomer?
Well, you and Vianna yet to go, so
Okay, so I'm gonna sharpshoot, please.
okay.
And I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Yeah, you will get advantage because they are surprised.
Yeah.
A 32 will just about hit.
Yep.
Just about 32. Jesus. Right.
Of course,
so
it
with
fucking
sharpshoot,
hits.
that's 23. That's plus 10 damage for sharpshooter, please.
So
That's 25, 35, 45.
45 points of damage.
And I'm gonna wow from the grave as well.
Don't need to.
Well, 11 goes to the other one.
Ah, okay. So yeah, as like the two of them look at the firebolt that's just whooshed through, the one in the blue dot just gets an arrow right into the neck and just grabs it and falls. And as as like that happens, the green one just starts panicking. Like he's immediately panicked, and he's like, you know, he's got no will to fight. And then you just feel it. You just watch as he grabs his head in, as his head's racked in pain.
Also, just to clarify, I will be taking their life tokens as well, please.
They what?
I get mobility tokens from the departed. If people die within range of me, I get to collect their souls as tokens. It's for their abilities.
Ah, okay.
Dies within 30 feet of you.
They're way more than 30 feet.
Okay, it's fine. I'll cross that bridge when I
Leanne?
come to them then.
Well, if we're cooking one with fire, I'll freeze the other one. Makes
Oh.
sense.
Oh, okay. What save?
AC.
Oh. Yeah, no, the 23 100% hits, and he's hurt. He's like ridiculously levels of hurt, but he's actually still up. Like he is just about made
His
it.
speed is reduced by 10 now.
By 10.
Yep. So he's got 20/40 if he's trying to move on his turn.
Okay.
Good luck trying to
I'm not going to bring up the initiative table because if he doesn't beat all of you,
Oh yeah.
I don't expect him to live. So unless I roll like a nat 20 or some bullshit. But yeah, roll initiatives anyway, as he gets himself a 13.
I'd say, Liam,
Okay.
what's your character's speed?
30.
So you could have moved 60 feet on that turn and action dash to get right up next to him for next turn.
Yeah, because
Yeah, but I couldn't do after that. I can stay there, I can do my tabaxi dash next turn and just get the same result.
Well, opportunity attacks.
But yeah, true.
I don't think you're gonna need it.
He doesn't need it. But what I was
He's
saying
on
was,
death's door as it is.
Yeah.
No, I know.
If you got, it was more if you guys weren't able to kill them this turn, they had like they only had to stagger back slightly, and they'd fall out of the silent zone.
Yeah.
And then everything went to shit, but he could have
Yeah.
been right there. is what I was
Persephone and
saying.
Boomer, both of you two are up first. I will allow Persephone to go first because she's got higher initiative.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll just not crossbow, shoot him again.
Short bow again, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do my sharpshooter. So
You don't have advantage, but it doesn't matter.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll take the first one, which is a 20, which
Yeah.
definitely hits. And way overkill. He had 4 HP left, this poor little bastard. As these 3 conjurers that were just absolutely not prepared for you guys just get violently discombobulated in every which way. And that combat's done. I expected them to get at least a turn. Jeez.
Not even a scream.
No, not even a scream.
I'm gonna put my flame blade away and go get my.
Yeah. That is a shame because obviously that was a 4th level spell you just burnt. But yeah.
I've still got 10 minutes left on it, then,
Oh, okay.
just in case.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
As you guys
So they're just
see,
gonna- yeah.
the one rune they're all stood around is just bloody.
I will head to the door to keep watch. Quickly replace the battery, and we need to move to the next location as quickly as possible.
Argyle will drop the silence.
Yeah, okay. That's
And,
absolutely fine.
Because he's still got the hat of disguise on, like reaching into his bag is like reaching into his his plate mail, I guess.
Mm.
So he's basically doing the whole, Legend of Zelda thing where you just produce stuff from nowhere out of his ass.
But as you pull out the cracked and depleted prism, you go to replace one of the other ones. Can you make an Arcana check? As technically you're about to fuck with live wires at this point.
I'm out of there. So
It's the magical equivalent of you're about to like crack open a power station and you're about to start rejigifying stuff.
See ya.
Rejigify.
On assistant.
is the technical.
Yeah, rejigify is a technical term.
But he will also cast guidance on himself as well.
Yeah.
So
And,
assistance will be wonderful.
Yeah, Boomer's happy to help.
Search the body.
Oh yeah.
For advantage.
Advantage and guidance.
Getting rejiggy. We're at 28.
Nice.
Fucking hell. With the delicate precision that Argyle does, practically performs open heart surgery on this motherfucker. As deftly you twist the handle and pull out, and it's got some force with it. It takes like a bit of strength to pull it out, but on the same side, you know not to pull it out too quickly because otherwise anything could, like, you could destroy the prism, or it could feed back onto you or anything. You very slowly just feed it out, and this one comparatively is completely uncracked, it's undamaged, and it vibrates in your hand, like it makes your entire arm tingle. The difference is palpable, and you put that one in the bag of holding, and you notice that some of the lights just dim very faintly. Some of the more perceptive people will notice the lights dim very faintly as you then feed the other one in, and this one doesn't have any resistance. This one just shunk and just slots in. There's no resistance; it just slides all the way in, and the room power doesn't like stop or cut out or anything. But like I said, you just noticed a very slight diminishment. Something that's at least noticeable for certain people that are perceptive.
It'd be noticeable if there weren't also the corpses in this room, that something may have happened.
Yeah, let's pull out the arrows. The other one's crispy. Nothing I can do about that.
Just move. Why are we bothering? The quicker we can get out, if somebody finds dead bodies, they'll put it on alarm anyway. We need to move.
Did you make sure
Quick.
to grab as a kind of thing? The message response of you guys quickly charging in, like we might be going to combat. If you find anyone, don't forget to grab their crystals.
Well, that's what I was going to do when I was over here, to search the bodies, just for anything quickly.
Hey, make a investigation check. You know, you very easily find the bangles on their wrists, and they all have the same colors. They have they have three. Sorry, they have 3 colors on their one pewter bangle. They have blue, pink, and orange. No red.
I'll give that to Dr. Parame. See, he's holding the bangles.
Yes, this one has blue, pink, and orange. There is no red. So I'll
And
just
we still haven't found purple, so that's a 5th color.
And
or green.
Oh yeah, or green.
So I'll just mark this one underneath. So blue, orange, pink.
Danny?
Yes.
Would,
And there's
able
3
to-
of them, just for the sake of.
Perfect. Can I keep an ear out to see if there's... I'm not going round there, I'm just trying to listen to hear if I can hear, like, footsteps hurriedly rushing anywhere in the next thing.
Make a
Like, if I can
perception
hear-
check.
Thank you. I just don't want it to be turn around the corner and suddenly there's a bunch of guards on it.
Yeah, grab all 3.
But that'd be... Well, that's a natural one.
Yeah.
That's a natural one.
Everything is eerily quiet at the minute, Helra. And it probably has something to do with the doors that dampen like 90% of the sound, but from this corridor...
Also
you
probably
see-
has something to do with Vian just rambling her ear off.
Yeah.
Like
Liam?
she's trying to listen and Vian's just like, do you hear anything?
I have heard many dear ums. What is it, my boy?
Yeah. Can I do some more? People are doing things.
Yeah.
It
Out to the.
depends.
I don't need to ask for permission. I can just go and do it. So, I think people would like it. Which body's the least damaged?
I'd say probably blue.
Okay.
Red's burnt his face off. Green got massively overkilled and decimated. Blue's probably the worst. He's just got like his throat's like through and through.
Okay, so he could look like he'd be a little bit living then, if we need to.
Oh, I know what he's going to do, for fuck's sake.
He's the dead.
It'll take me a minute to do.
to cast.
Aside from the part where he's dead, he's very easily identifiable as alive.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that takes a minute.
but the minute is probably available considering the procedure that Argyle and Boomer are doing.
Yeah.
It's not immediate. And I would say they probably finish a little before. Probably takes them about 30-40 seconds, whereas this takes a minute. But eventually, like, you'll just see as his body just jitters and jolts and then just immediately, like, just rolls back up onto its feet and just stands there semi-lifeless, and those that are in the room will see this.
Danny, do you see messages to the GM? Roll 20.
He does, but
Oh,
he's
I've
got
been-
2 screens out.
Yeah. The problem is I have so much open on the one screen. Sorry.
No worries.
Oh no.
Argyle's been trying to pull off the backstab for like 20 minutes, and it's just not working.
Yeah, no. The problem is the
Great
tab,
question.
because what it is, I have
'cause
the one
I'm an
that
NPC.
the one that the stream sees is the player, like viewers player. When the viewers GM, it's minimized a lot of the time because I've got so much on the one screen. I've got Streamlabs, I've got Discord, I've got Notes, I've got Twitch, I've got all sorts on this one screen, and it's only a small one. Make another Arcana check. Apologies.
No worries. I'll guidance that as well.
Boomer, are you just indefinitely assisting Argyle with things that he's doing?
Yeah, I would be like
Roll with
keeping
the
an eye out
advantage.
for you as well.
So Argyle, roll with advantage as well, because Boomer is like, if you just tell Boomer, okay, do this, do that, hold this, he's assisting.
I mean, okay. It's just we already did this one.
I know. But I'm saying Boomer is assisting you in everything that you're doing, so it makes sense that you would have advantage for this.
Okay, I'll just roll another d20 and
Yeah.
then +8 +2.
Yeah. Haha!
So it's a 14 rather than a 12.
How long?
Oh,
20.
Okay. It works, but it ain't 20.
Oh no. Okay.
You don't know how long it is.
Fair enough.
You finish. The last, the crystal is refitted. You all notice that Deer is now playing with the undead corpse of a conjurer.
Dear Lord.
As
No, I'm not a lord yet.
All the time.
You'll never have a lord.
as in the audience hall, as conversations happening, you three would notice, and the other people in the room have noticed the room dim very faintly. Like I said, it's negligible, but it's enough to notice for those that are perceptive. And a couple of voiceless words are passed, and you'll notice a couple of people leave the room and like a couple of things start to move as this is happening.
I'm about to say, yeah.
It's not a concern. It's more of like, for fuck's sake, will someone go and check the meter?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's just a second of just like, I presume you've just done something to the energy. Yeah.
We're running out of time.
You've done something to the energy. They're coming to investigate.
Liam.
Yeah.
For your zombie, do you want to drag another token of you on and just put it upside down so you have the ability to move it? I'll just delete this one. Yeah, and just flip
Here
it.
to... Hold on, I can't... There we go.
There you go. Because then that way we know that one's your zombie.
Or you can put a dead token on it as well.
Either way. As you all guys quickly make your way back out and into the hallway once more. The hallway is still currently clear as it stands.
Which way did they go out? Did they go out the door behind us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quick, I'll go.
Yes. I mentioned they went out through that door apparently. So
Well, we don't know exactly where you are, but we can guess based on the map that we saw. We're not
You
pulling out
guys,
the map here.
this map, as you guys can see, with the exception of the coloured lines, you have exactly. So you could make a very good assumption they're in the audience hall, because what other room makes sense?
I just mean we all saw it coring over it, but we're not spending time now to open it up and double check.
No, but on the flip side, you guys, your characters aren't idiots. Not all of you are idiots. Quote marks.
Yeah, seeing as Liam has apparently taken his trap and just dragged it with him.
I would say you are smart enough to remember.
Dead body is not in. Never mind, let's go.
So you will make your way back up. And you can hear some discussion coming down the hallway as you get to the junction, Argyle. And it's not loud enough that you can hear passively unless you want to physically stop and wait and listen. But it is slightly loud.
I put my disguise paw up as like a signal to stop, and then that he can hear something.
Yeah, make a perception check.
I do a heckin' listen.
Do a perception.
You could hear there's discussion about something being unreliable and it needs fixing, and there's a couple of people going to sort it. Because this conversation's coming from like right down here by this junction down here.
Okay.
So there's something's inconsistent and all janky, and they're gonna go and fix it. And they're pissed. And there's like general mutterings and annoyance and grievance.
Can I take a quick peek around the corner to see like what kind of uniform they're wearing?
They're wearing plate armor, the same as you. It's more or less the trim coloring and decoration is different. Whereas yours seems to have like an aged copper green to it. Theirs seems to have like a brass, like the bronzy color.
I'm gonna change my disguise to look like them, but also like have electrical burn marks on
Okay,
parts of his
okay.
armor.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
And I guess he's going to. He looks back at the rest of the group, and freaking zombie is there now, and this is not going to go well. With like they're going to turn the corner and they see us all there, so Argyle's just going to look back and say, "This might not go to plan, but be quick to action if not." And he'll step out, walking around there, looking as if he's a little bit dazed, a little bit frazzled, but and
Thanks.
sighing as if he is somewhat like just fed up, like putting on a show that he has done some sort of electrical work, and that
a
it's still a
show
shit show.
and a show you will put on. Can I get a performance check? As I'd
No,
imagine the
no.
rest of you are taking the opportunity to dash past while the distraction and the eyes are on him.
He's not good at this, guys.
Can I give him
No, he's not good at
nothing? I can give him. It's like I can't go give him actual assistance, but
Well,
Yeah,
he's
that's
still
game
walking down
over.
the. Well, he's still walking down. He
Roll-
still looks like the part.
Roll a D100.
Oh no!
No.
Not really you can crit fail, but it's just
Oh god!
Nice.
Well, we don't know.
Not
It's
usually
nice.
nice.
Okay, no, that's actually super fucking good, because when I do severity, the higher is the less severe. Okay.
So almost no severe.
It's the mildest of inconvenient crit fails, but as you take a step out and you kind of like stumble and you put your hand on the wall for like a bit of dramatic purpose, and a couple of the guards like pay attention to you, and a couple of them gesture to like stay put, like a hand to stay put for the others, and 2 or 3 of them come walking up to you. And as you take another step out and you take this big laboured breath in to sigh out, as you go to take a step, you kick your own foot and you just fall. Bang! Clean on your face and you take 1 point of damage. And before any more people than just Persephone gets across, there are 3 guards that are right up by Argyle here now, which would make it potentially dangerous for other people going past. And one of them kind of grabs you and kind of hoiks you up and just goes, "The fuck is wrong with you?"
It's these goddamn electrical grids in this place. It just doesn't work here. No matter how much tinkering I've done, no much how these people, magical people, were telling me off for not doing the right wire. I mean, what are you gonna do? There's only so much one can do with this uniform they make us wear, eh, guys?
What the fuck has gone on then? Why have the lights gone all dim?
Well, they were fucking around with their magical portals and something came out of it and they were just like taking care of it. And you know how magical people are. They just throw their magic wherever they want, and it just hit one. It got a bit dislodged and singed a few wires. And well, fucking Fridays, right?
Are you wearing your bracelet, by the way?
Yeah. Well, I have to be if I'm opening doors.
Well, I don't, because the way you described it is if you was like holding it in your hand and just waving it at the door. But
I guess, I mean, he had to have hands free for casting spells. So I
Fair,
imagine
so
he
yeah.
would have,
the one guy, the guy that picked you up, grabs your wrist and looks at your bangle and just goes, "Right, well, go and get yourself fucking patched up at the medical wing. Just knock the doors and they'll get you through to the actual med bay. Come on, we're gonna go and have a look now." And they'll start making their way round you, going towards the junction.
Oh, you don't have to do that, guys. It's all taken care of now. It's just, I need to go report this. Don't bother yourselves about it.
Deception check.
He's not good at this.
You did it. You fucking did it. I'm gonna roll insight on their part. No, you go and get yourself patched up. You're fucked. you're hurt. Go and get something to eat. Go and sit the fuck down. And they'll just kind of semi-ignore you and continue walking past.
How many are there?
3.
Oh god. As they walk away, I will. And as they're like getting to the edge, he starts to panic, and he does another Legend of Zelda thing. As he pulls out from his pack a tapestry kind of rug.
Okay.
And he will just throw it at the one at the back.
Okay. Is it actually just a rug, or is it?
Huh?
Is it
magic carpet?
Well, I was gonna say, is it magical or is it just a rug?
It's magical.
Okay, so what? So what is it?
Horrible rug of smothering.
Oh, I forgot to give you this. Holy shit! Okay, so what's the save? It's a dex save, but what's the DC? Your DC?
The dex save is on the actual item. It's a 15 dex save.
Okay. Rolled a 12. So you just flip out this, like, it looks like a Persian rug, and you just wrap it round the guy. And it's not very big, but when you activate it, it becomes big enough to envelop a medium creature. And the people peeking and seeing these guards come in just watch as this rug basically becomes big enough and just envelops this guy. And just... And the other two just kind of turn around just a bit... The fuck? And like they go to draw their weapons immediately.
As soon as one of them turns around, can Hera step round the corner to stab him in the back?
Yeah, I was going to do that as well.
It's a shanking.
Okay.
Yeah, just.
But you get so just let me put some tokens on the map just first, because there's one here and then one here, and then there's obviously the one slightly further back here.
So how many more are down here though? Because you said there was loads.
Probably another 9.
Oh shoot!
So you just have to really quickly just stab him.
Yeah,
and go.
just take him out.
Yeah, this one at the back is restrained.
Restrained, blinded.
Restrained and blinded. Yeah.
I'm gonna
So if we can do it
pretend
easier, we can get around the corner as quickly as
that
possible.
I'm pretending that I'm helping, but what I'm doing is basically rolling him towards
Yeah.
the end of the corridor.
Okay, so make one final performance check, more for the people that I'm vaguely paying attention, but a lot of the attention at the other end is on the door, and like they're waiting for shit to go on. They're kind of not listening to you guys. And I would say with an 18 enough that you feel that not enough attention is being paid to you guys, where so long as nothing extreme happens, you should be okay.
Quick stealth takedown.
Yeah, that's literally what it's going to be. This is going to be a case of speed and quiet.
One quick question while they plan out what the thing was. When Argyle turned the corner, how many of them were actually about to come round?
What do you mean?
How many of those guards were originally going to come round this corner and cause a problem?
At the moment, at the time, 0. They were discussing about it. But they did mention that some people were going to go, but you don't know if it was any of those, some other people. You don't know what door they were going to come out of. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like, if they weren't going to bump into us, they still might have gone to the battery room.
Oh no,
Well,
it sounded like as soon as they were 100% going to the battery room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'd already warned you that people were going to the battery room anyway.
But yeah, again, I will give you guys another surprise round. Gargal, you've done your action. I will say, if you, considering the restrained and bullshit, you will be able to move the guy as difficult terrain, so like 10 foot a square, 10 foot, 5 foot. So yeah, you'll only get to like move 1 or 2 squares if you dash.
You just shove him into the corner, well, into the crossroads, basically.
Yeah, I'm just like rolling him because he's like all bound up with a rug.
Trying to kill him.
So would it be round? Do we get advantage on the attacks?
Oh yeah, because their backs were turned to see what the fuck was going on about the rug. The two next to you guys aren't looking at you at all.
Cool. 3 attacks then. 1. So the first attack is that was nearly a natural 20. It's still a 19.
That hits.
Second attack is a 30, and the third attack.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a
wait.
crit.
Can we do damages because it might not matter. So can we do the damage for the first one and then the crit?
1.
Or never mind.
Well, that goes into the third one if that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm trying to roll, but it's not letting me. Bear with me a second. Sorry. Right, 1.
You guys are on it with rolls tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one's 13.
Okay.
The crit will be
Do-do-do.
that is 15. And third attack.
Wait, 15.
Why
What?
is your crit not come through?
Yeah.
Because it's going through D&D Beyond, it's a bit weird.
It's just an extra D8, so it's 15. Quick
Okay.
math.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Click
that's
on the actual.
okay.
Oh, click on the longsword thing in there.
Yeah, it will do it properly for you.
Brilliant. Thank you. I didn't know that. I'm learning.
It's fine.
Third
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah, the third attack he'll
Liam
need.
wouldn't know that.
So if I roll on it in roll 20, it just automatically comes through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fine.
Okay, so that's 37 total.
37.
As he's not dead, but he's considerably wounded as you just absolutely cleave into this guy. And just like
Oh.
begin to like pull him round the corner.
Oh yeah, I'm pulling him back towards where Vian is. So she can finish him off. Like round the
I'll
corner.
shoot this one.
Okay, go for it.
And obviously I'm using sharpshooter.
Mhm. That misses, unfortunately. Oh wait, no.
That's it.
31.
Oh no, I looked at the 15.
Yeah, it misses.
Well,
31
20
misses. It
no.
was 32 earlier,
Well,
remember?
I'm about to say 26 misses, you mean?
Wait.
Yeah,
if it's sharpshooting, you
Oh.
have to-
Sharpshooter, it's -5.
Yeah. Sorry, no. Yeah, it hits.
26 is, and I'm going to use Well from the Grave as well.
So-
to finish the other one off.
So the 12 goes to 22. 32. 41 points of damage. So
And 10 points for Well the Grave to both of them. So I'm hitting that one with Well from the Grave.
oh, holy shit. They're both extremely wounded. The one on the top, it is an amazement that he's still standing with his mighty 1 HP.
Okay. Dia is going to do some stabbing this time.
39.
Okay.
Dia's getting in with that flame bit.
Yeah, he's just
So-
had 51 points of damage and he's
Okay.
still standing.
He's got 1 HP.
It's been... How long has it been since the last combat, out of interest?
About
3 minutes? No,
Okay,
about,
so my
no, about
flame-
2 minutes. About 2 minutes.
Okay, so my flame blade will still be usable. So I'm going to run over
Yeah.
to...
And you got to understand, Persephone, these ain't just your standard chump towns guard. These are well-trained people in plate armor.
Yep. Then I'm going to flame blade.
fourth
This
level.
one in front of
They're
me.
both extremely wounded. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, quickly through the mental wand you just hear. Why have you just run into the middle of the corridor?
Because that one's not dead.
I know, but he has reach. Let
Yeah,
us
but
stand
but he's not doing that. He wants to use his flame blade.
Okay.
I want to do the Bernie damage, not the...
yeah.
Let's do
So
damage.
as
Why
you
would
step,
you want to attack 2 low HP targets for a small amount of damage, guys? It doesn't make sense.
no. So as Deer
can't get
steps out,
through.
so as Deer steps out into the middle of the corridor and unfurls the flaming blade, which creates like a beacon of light. What do you do?
Yep.
I am going to stab with this one.
Okay, roll to hit.
Hold on, I've lost my flame blade now. Hold on, bear with me.
Oh, for
Aha.
fuck's sake.
There we go, I found him. No, I need the bolt hit first.
You do.
Yes. 23.
That hits.
Okay. I'll cast this as a melee attack.
Yes.
So I get another 1d6 for my symbolic entity on top of this. So 13 plus 5, 18 damage.
He had 1 health.
Oh, okay.
Do you at least-
Okay, he's humanoid, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use fungal infestation as my reaction.
Oh, you nutter!
Just to also clarify as well, we'll be using my souls and taking their souls, right? As a
Yes,
within
they are-
range.
they are
That,
within
those
range,
ones, yeah.
Yep. Need to
See,
get
I
another.
was about to mention, wouldn't it be smart now if Dia ran in, jumped on it, grabbed it, and rolled it out of the way so it's hidden? But
Yeah.
no, of course, I was talking about Dia, so why would that ever happen?
Okay, so
No,
yeah.
Silly question.
You run round, and with your flaming blade, you create a beacon of light for everyone to see and attack and strike down the guard and reanimate it with your reaction through your symbolic fungus.
Yeah. So let's just quickly double check this because
Well
how
done,
you.
dear.
Because this creature, my little fungal guy, gets his turn immediately after my turn ends.
Which is technically, yeah.
It's one of those things where, because how it's happened, it technically should get it, but it seems a bit dodgy.
It's too busy restoring at the moment, so it doesn't get its goal in
Yeah.
the surprise round.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the end of my turn. Cause, that's what. Yeah.
Okay.
Well done, dear. That's just signal to
Leanne?
everybody.
Undo our sneak. Everything completely just gone. All the being stealthy, secretive, just gone.
Boomer, do you have this one?
I can,
Boomer
but it's
alive?
only ranged attacks.
Yes, but you've got ranged attacks.
Yeah, but is it well enough around us to hide? But then again,
It doesn't matter.
it's
Big fucking
it's out the
flying sword.
window.
Yeah, it's gone out the window. We are.
Look, at the end of the day, Deer has just literally put a flaming sword on at the end of the corridor. Anybody in that corridor is going to have seen that because it is a beacon of fucking fire.
Okay.
It has broken your guys'
fireballs.
stealth by a massive degree.
Yeah, he just lit a lightsaber.
Yes.
Everyone.
Everyone, literally,
Yeah.
everyone's peripheral vision would have seen that.
He said, "Here we are. Come for us."
Right. Stealth is blown. I'm gonna try and make this just done as fast as I can.
Yeah,
Vorpal
I'm
sword, this guy.
Okay,
Done with.
advantage.
Not a crit,
Brackets.
but
Uh,
25 to him and 12 to him.
Yeah, the secondary is Smoosh, and the other guy, it doesn't take all of the damage because some of it is shared with the rug. And just as a note, Argyle, when the rug dies, quote marks, it just basically goes inert for a period of time to recharge.
Technically, Ash, you can't green flame blade the one that was behind you. It has to be one within 5 feet of the target you just hit.
The guy, yeah.
I will allow it because the squares are big. The squares are 10 foot each. I will allow it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will allow it. It's fine because the squares are purposely bigger.
It was, very, very cool.
Yeah, I'll allow it because it was cool. But yeah, so the one guy doesn't take as much damage as you would have liked because some of it is shared with the rug. But
That makes sense.
yeah, because basically it works like an actual rug of smothering. It's just basically when the rug's HP threshold's met, it'll just go back to can't be used for like a period.
Alright. Yeah, sorry, Argyle. I'm just trying to make this thing be done with.
Yeah, so
and
like this
then-
guy's rolled up in the rug and you're literally just stabbing down at it. And
then
yeah.
bonus action, Misty step back out of the corridor.
I'm just loving the fact that probably in the room in the audience hall, all of a sudden, Greytail and Evan just hear, "For fuck's sake, why did you do that?" Oh, because and there's like this whole like monologue going on between the different people.
And I guarantee you, when you first said "for fuck's sake," they thought, "What's Deer done already?"
And as a note, in the audience hall, the second this happens, some of the people, like Francisco, will notice that a couple of the guards' attentions have pricked almost instantly. It looks like word hasn't travelled to the people that you guys are actively talking with, but some of the guards' attentions has been taken for a moment, and they, like have you ever seen a police officer when they're talking with someone and then they'll suddenly go glossy-eyed, where something's happening in their radio and they stop paying attention to you and they're listening in their ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I, for that part of it, then, just try and be a little bit more active in the conversation to just try and draw the room's attention to within the room?
Evan just says some random controversial hot take.
It's not even that. It's just I get a slight bit more aggressive with the current topic to just
make a persuasion check. I would say you're able to hold the majority of the room's attention, but you know that there are some people that are purposefully pulling away from this because they feel whatever they're hearing is important. But you are, at least for the most part, keeping most of the room's attention on you, especially those in the centre, which you would argue are the most important.
Okay, so mainly just keeping the majority of the guards and whatever's happening outside being not
you notice about 2 or 3 guards towards the back of the room by the doors. Their attention is unbroken by you, but everyone else is on you.
Can I, with that, just to be thinking, can I just get a little bit more active and accidentally I raise my hand as part of the speech and draw my hand a little too close to my weapons.
Okay. Make it with advantage. So make it with advantage.
So roll again,
yeah. Yeah.
It's very quickly, it draws enough attention that doing that. I'm obviously not. It's an innocent gesture, but it's enough for them to go, hang on.
I will say
the guards get shit.
I will say the 2 difference probably does. And you probably do stop a couple of the people that were about to maybe peel out of the room. They kind of stop like, oh shit, wait. And their attention is drawn to you for a second. And now the guards are a bit more aggressively cautious of you guys because they don't know what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you will notice the room gets a little cold and hostile for a moment.
Yeah. After 5 or 6 seconds.
It does ease off. Yeah.
It does ease off. It was just a gesture that got a little too close to the weapon that
tensions are high.
Yes. So that's fine. Mentally, shut up, get your shit together and go.
We'll come back to the rest of that combat in a minute, because I'm going to say the guy is, quote marks, incapacitated, because he's in no fit state to fight out, and with all of you, you guys are going to... So we're not going to do initiative with it. So I will say you're able to drag him around the corner, so please have a quick think of how you want to creatively diffuse the situation for the guards down the hall that you've gathered the attention of. But going to the audience hall, as this is happening... I will say, following directly after your animated little bit of speaking, the conversation, because the thing is, the numbers are seemingly unrelenting on, they're not going to basically back out of everything. And it seems without anything else suggested, it does seem at least the only potential breakthrough to at least stop the weave being fucking imploded. Unfortunately, it does seem that Joe and it seems Xerxes kind of coaching Joseph through it as best as he can, a little bit, by putting the framework in and then making Joseph talk it through, of basically Joseph aiding the research of the crystals, i.e. bringing them resources and materials as needed, and that could be enough to sate them for the time being, as that is a sort of means to an end of what they want, just not in the way they wanted it. But the way Joseph and Xerxes are speaking is as if it's not good, but it's better than the options that were going beforehand.
Okay, so with that being the kind of case and not wanting it, but still kind of like, okay, to try and get their attention, I'd say the kind of outburst I'd kind of made a little bit was still on the taking of people.
Yeah, that makes
without
sense.
saying. So kind of having seen where the conversation's coming round and at least relenting a little, I would put forward the offer to maybe potentially work more with, at least offer that we have at least some pull with the Skjalls, and perhaps we can have more relations with the other clans to maybe their more arcane active prisoners, possibly work them into a special camp or something.
And Joseph will basically bolster that saying that it might be, it's probably a good idea then to at least take the people that have done wrong rather than just anybody, and those will maybe and allow people to offer themselves for it.
A release where you can at least get you can get the resources from people that I'm sure we'll all agree actually do deserve, the ones that have misused their magic, or if you feel that they have been mistreated, you can recruit them for your own purposes if needs be.
Well, I suppose it is at least some means to an end. It will work to some degree.
Yes, you can at least then make sure that something that I have also had trouble with in the past is I've heard stories of this place's mistrust of Arcana users. Hopefully, gaining your group.
And you'll notice as you're speaking, he kind of just he's listening, but you notice he's also, you seem like almost his attention splits. He's listening to something. As you're speaking, you notice that his attention pulls for a second. Right.
So yeah, so the idea is leaning into the idea of like, okay, you can either get the people who don't deserve to be punished out. They can either work for you or you can get them out of the country. And those that do need to be punished, you can take their magic from them, as they have by their actions proved themselves unworthy of it.
Well, I do agree that would be a good idea, and maybe it should be worth speaking with the Skjalls on such an endeavor. But, Joseph, I apologize, but it seems I've just received a few words from somewhere that there's a couple of things that are requiring of specifically my attention. I will leave you in good stead, gesturing to the seat to the right.
Left, I thought you said.
No, the left is it's their left. It's their right, your left.
Okay. I think you mixed those ones round at least.
Yeah. That's my bad. Right. As he's facing you, his left, the chair is empty. His right, the chair is full. Your left chair is full, right chair is empty.
Okay.
But I think that we should conclude, at least between myself and yourself, and you can continue on. Did you do or say anything, Gray, in the
Nope.
You're just keeping an eye out, aren't you?
Yeah.
He's just a pretty face, is he?
Basically, the same level of the guards reacting is probably like he's there just doing what the guards are doing, basically just staying silent and watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you'll notice Joseph immediately becomes not uncomfortable, but off-put, because, like, you know, it seems like he was kind of caught, like, off guard about, like, he probably expected this to go on a longer and it's abrupt. Right, well, I'm sure we'll speak again soon. And he's like kind of a bit iffy.
I'm sure we will. Oh, hopefully whatever work you have won't distract you not to see us off before you go. There we go. I expect we'll still have something to discuss with your We didn't get names.
Yeah. Gray, can you make
presume
a
you're
perception check? Come on, carry on.
I'd say you're. My apologies. Second in command.
I'm just quickly pulling up the names for you because they will introduce at least to a degree.
I'd say I would use the name otherwise. It leaves it in this hand, but since I hadn't,
Apologies,
it didn't sound like we.
but I am the one that runs this place. My name is Delatrix, and this is Cyrus. You already met Magronda. Gray.
Yep.
I'm gonna put you into a whisper a sec.
Okay.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Matt.
Yep.
Given you're staying back and you're not engaging in any of the conversation and you're purposely looking around, you notice that Joseph's taken a slight step back while Evan's talking and eyes locked on with the with Delatrix. Now that you notice Joseph's taken a slight step back to be behind Evan, and he's producing something out of his pouch on his belt. I'm taking you back.
Okay.
Okay, so anyone doing anything?
Another perception to get more information.
Okay.
Back to whispers they go.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Nice.
What exactly?
The crystal.
Insight check.
You ain't got time.
Okay, fair enough.
Got reaction.
I wait.
Okay.
See where he.
Joseph goes to say something and then hesitates, and Xerxes will speak up. Right, it has been a time talking with you, but I think we should conclude here with what we need to do. And you watch.
I'd say that didn't sound like a dismissal of like all of us. This talks. It was just.
He went to say this talk was there was a pleasure, but then he kind of didn't want to say pleasure and kind of changed his wording a little bit.
No, it was more of like, it sounds like Xerxes and Joseph think the conversation's over.
At least it is with him, because like they're talking to Delatrix. They know the conversation is going to continue, but they're more like direct. This is direct to Delatrix.
Yes.
And as this happens, Xerxes very quickly weaves a small spell in his hand and fires magic missile at Evan.
Okay.
As Evan, you take 10 points of force damage.
I presume I'm kicked out of the chair.
Yeah, a little bit. As Joseph pulls out the crystal that Gray saw and puts it in his mouth, and he doesn't look. And Gray, you'll notice this. He almost looks pained to do this. As he bites down on the crystal and casts Power Word Kill.
On
Evan.
Okay.
If I know where, I'm guessing I don't have enough time to know that's where
You
it's
had a
going
chance
before
to.
it's
You had a
come.
chance to
Yeah,
react,
yeah.
and you did nothing.
I trusted him. Didn't think it was going to Evan. But whatever.
I like that, but whatever.
Danny, also, I've been messaging you, by the way, bud.
Where?
Facebook.
Oh fuck! I don't have Facebook open.
You told me to message.
I know. I apologize.
To be fair, I missed Rose's message earlier when I was doing the first conversation.
Oh, there's been so many such things, but yeah. Shit. Wait a minute.
Does Evan have more than 100 hit points?
Not anymore.
That's why
Not anymore.
It's not killed him
the
outright.
magic
Oh, it hasn't
missile.
killed you.
No, the magic missile.
Magic missile put me over.
Oh no. Well,
The reason
It was good knowing you, Evan.
I'll explain a lot more after the session, a bit more of the niches, but so Gray, what the fuck do you do the second you see this happen? As Joseph just immediately, like, none of the guards react, and Delatrix kind of smirks, almost as if like this was planned. And Joseph immediately turns to you and just kind of puts a hand out and just kind of immediately goes to stop you in case you go to do anything. What do you do?
That.
Oh, he'll take it. He can't fucking not take it with a 15 as you just absolutely. Gray, listen to me. Fuck. Just trust me. This doesn't need to go any further. And it has.
As you're talking there, Danny, wouldn't that give Evan time to call for aid or say something?
It's instantaneous.
Power word kill. I'm dead. Insta dead.
Oh, right, okay.
The most you
Oh.
know.
Oh shit!
Power word kill. I'm gone.
It was
That's
it was a level 9. It was a level 9 wizard crystal that he just bit on.
So wouldn't we then also know is
No, I'd imagine
would-
Gray will tell you.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they would feel the connection shatter
That's
on
what
my
I
end.
meant to say. We'd feel it
Yeah,
that, wouldn't we?
I would say,
They'd
I would say so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'd feel the mental connection go.
Gray,
I need to.
Gray, listen to me, please. Just stop.
But we came here to talk. What's all this about?
We did, and we are.
You just killed him.
No, yes, but and Delatrix will. Gray, it is not worth it. It is not your fight. Leave it be. Just, please, pick him up for me and walk with me.
All right, but you're in front. Pick up Evan.
This is going to be one heavy pull.
Yeah.
Just please.
is it because Evan's fat?
Evan's wearing full adamantine plate armor.
Yeah.
with
But he
two-
can't be hit by critical hits, so it should be fine.
Yes. Yes, the
Just
critical
make
ninth
it.
level
Just
spell
make
level.
it. Just make a strength check.
Oh,
It is. I will say it's not. It's not you fail, but rather than like a princess carry or a fireman's carry, you are literally like you've got him under the arms, and he's like you're only getting him lifted partially, you're dragging him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna make awkward scraping sounds, Ben. You're right. As you just slowly drag him, as you are led out of the room on the left. There's the back room on the left, and you'll go through this hallway here. And you will all, the guys at the other end of the corridor, the attention, like, the people start to pay attention, but, like, not fully. But then immediately and unknowingly, and you can't see, because all the guards kind of, like, block the doorways, they're all looking. No one is paying attention to you guys anymore at the other end of the corridor. No one gives a shit. So you guys are able to scurry upwards and out the way as you are taken. And the guards kind of wave the blue door open for you, and you go through.
Yeah, I want to ask, why are we going this way? Shouldn't we just be leaving if the conversation's
Just shut the fuck up. Keep walking, please.
over? Oh, you're lucky my hands are busy.
I'm aware. You can do whatever you want later. And you're taken upwards and to the room that you were aware of was called containment.
Did so who else has come with us? Got some guards, and did the big boys come with us? The
No.
bosses?
No.
Okay.
And just let me as well paint the doors, because obviously, you know, you notice that this door is green. This door is green. You wouldn't see that one. You'd see this one is green. Yeah, that's all you'd see.
I'm guessing they didn't see anything in towards recreation or study.
No, because the door's set back, so they wouldn't have
It's
seen.
back there.
Yeah. It's not at the front. Yeah, because doors to rooms are on the edge, whereas like corridor rooms are more like up there. It's fine.
Okay.
It's slightly inconsistent, but that's kind of my fault. As Cass, you were rushed into your room from the study where you were, and the door opens, and you see your first couple of guards that you're used to, and in walks Joseph. And Joseph kind of says to you, Gray, just put him on the bed, please. Now. And as you walk in, Gray, you see Cass. And Cass, you see Gray. Harry Gevin.
I hope you know what's going on, because I sure as shit don't.
Evan. And she'll kind of almost like rush to him immediately. She doesn't even care that the guards are there at the moment. She just sees Evan and can I check for a pulse?
Roll the medicine check.
I would say, probably given the fact that the eyes are probably still open.
Yeah, that's fair. That's also very fair.
Felt the connection break. She's just doing it out of sheer just
And obviously you don't have a symbol, you have no components.
We'll have a chat about that later, Danny. You'll find out. It just means materials are off limits for me currently.
I know.
I can still do verbal static.
Yeah, I entirely know. I'm just reminding you, that's all.
Well, Joseph, do you want to explain to her why you just killed Evan?
You killed him.
He bit a crystal, cast whatever, and Evan's like that.
I was given the crystal. I was told to do it.
Why?
Xerxes said there was a plan. I trusted him. He told me to do.
Cass kind of launches up from the floor and almost like, when someone's like going towards somebody and she'll kind of stop and she'll go, I will never forgive you for this. I hope you're ready for it.
I am more than aware. Just know that I did what I thought was the right thing to do. He will hand to Gray a sack, and the door is still open to the containment. And you'll notice as well, this looks like a bedroom. This is where Cass has been residing in. And the guards will take Joseph and Xerxes and will leave you three in this room.
2.
No, Evan, you're in there.
No.
2 in a bit.
Evan's not there anymore.
Yeah, I...
Michael, roll a d4 for me.
Is this to find out where he's gone? I'm nearly in tears. I'm not kidding, guys. Living with me like this.
Okay. Can I just drop you into whispers a second, Mikey?
Sure. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Right. As you're...
Hey, that was...
There's a bit more to the story than this, don't worry, boy. As it happens, and you feel the pain, and you get knocked off the chair, and as you kind of immediately go to get up, and like, and it's a rack of pain, but then it's nothingness, and it's gone, and you know what this pain is. You felt it once before. You ain't a fucking idiot, but something is different. Something is very, very different immediately after everything goes dark and everything flows. You feel restrained. You feel restricted. You feel as if you're bound, like mummification type bound. You feel like bands wrapped around all your limbs and your body, like it's suffocating you, almost. As you feel like you're about to zoom, as it were, to the next one, as you've done once before, you feel like this immense squeezing as something is binding you and holding you. You notice the bandages are familiar to a creature you fought once before in the fighting pit. Do you remember?
Do not tell me he got it right.
Fucking did.
Seems to be enough.
you guessed at level 13, you would be killed by an unexpected assassin. And it's got a 1 level leeway. Which, have you read what it means?
I have long since forgotten what it was, but I'm
You
presuming
will, after a short period, return to life with some insight that you don't have choice over. So I'll be giving you some insight when you come back, and I'll be messaging at you. The D4 is D10, X 10 minutes. So 30 minutes, you're going to be gone. But then the binding, like your soul that's pushing and fighting, will ease as it realizes it can't go, and will then be forced back in and forced like a defibrillator. As Matt guessed correctly.
I know that's good, but I kind of hate that.
I know, but it's interesting. I'll take you back.
Yeah, I'd say it's more.
We'll talk about it properly after, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
okay.
disappointed in the fact that I'm not dying.
Really?
Yeah, I was fully expecting to be gone from the campaign. That's it, job done.
Holy shit.
Because I've still got 2 bodies, so technically I didn't die.
That's fair. But no, let's take you back and let's see what people are thinking.
Entertainment.
Hello?
Oh, they're back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
So,
We abandon Grey.
to Cass and Gray, Joseph has left the room, and you don't know where he is. I'm just going to put him in the canteen for now, just so he's out the way. I'm saving him burger.
Cass, do you have a way of getting around this facility?
Just remember, Gray, you have got a pouch as well.
Oh yeah, I will have looked in it.
Okay. You will, so let me double check. You will see a crystal in there, as well as a small handful of diamonds and a holy symbol.
Oh, well, this is for you. Hand it over to Cass.
I will immediately use. Can you tell how long he's been? When did it happen? Quick, Gray.
Seconds, maybe a minute. However long it took to walk.
Wrong character sheet. I'm panicking.
It's about a minute. It's over a minute.
I'm still buzzing from the adrenaline that you just fired at me. Genuine adrenaline rush.
Who? Like
hell.
Matt or Gray?
Matt. Or both, probably.
You notice as well, there is 500 gold's worth of diamonds in there. There is a holy symbol,
To
which
specify, is 500 gold's worth of diamonds or a diamond worth 500 gold?
500 gold's worth.
No, it needs to be a diamond.
One
If it has to be a singular, then we'll say it is, because that was the intention. A diamond worth 500 gold. There is a crystal, which if you want to spend a moment to see what it is, you may, as well as a holy symbol.
I am going to cast, if I can, even though I'm pretty sure this won't work, I'm going to cast Raise Dead straight into Evan. Burn that 5th level. I don't care. He's my best friend, and he's dead.
You take the energy, and the holy symbol glows. You place the diamond, cast the spell, and the diamond and just absorbs in. And you feel the warmth, and you feel as the body is going slightly pale, you feel the light just rush through and bring some colour to it, but then it fades. And the body that went very warm returns cold. Has given complications that you're aware of with you and Evan. Doesn't seem like it worked.
Don't come back. He's gone. He's gone to the next body.
Joseph didn't know about that, did he?
No, we couldn't tell anybody that we had multiple locations with explored bodies. We knew that if one went, the other would surely follow.
I'm saying this is Joseph's plan was to, yes, kill Evan, but then have you revive him, but he didn't know of the circumstances, so it's technically an accident. Yeah, and he's going to get a beating for it, but he's not, maybe not fully turned on us.
He's not betrayed us, but he's betrayed me. He made a decision without talking to Evan. Evan was right. He's not.
You know.
I can't believe that stupid little boy. That's all he is. I felt sorry for him. I went to see his family, and he kills my best friend because he has. I will fucking find him.
This is the most noble, poshest, high elven swearing fest you have ever heard. Because she is fully flipped back to Elvish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They usually say in moments of like burning like emotion, if it's anger, happiness, or something, most people tend to revert to their native language instinctually. So it makes sense that Cass is ranting in Elven.
And I do understand it.
Yeah. And you read
why
about
I'm saying it happened, but
but
What can you do?
You're allowed to walk around this facility, right? Are you able to get through some doors?
At the moment, she's been told to go to a room and stay there.
Does she have a bangle on her, though?
She has one with a green crystal only.
I messaged the rest of the group. We've got a green. If we try and meet you somewhere.
We've got blue, red, pink, and orange.
I convey... Yeah.
At the door that leads to towards the library.
Head for the library.
Head to containment, but we can meet them at the door. They need to get us to the closest door as fast as possible, because we are going to fuck us down, and I am going to make them pay. They have taken him over. They don't understand what they've just done.
We can get through the blue door, but there's a lot of guards in the way. I have a plan to get through them.
Just kill them all.
Don't know how successful it's going to be.
Michael!
Declared war. No hot. That's it.
Oh.
It's game over.
That's Robin's stats.
Oh god, a 6! Holy shit!
Man, Evan's got new stats. Pretty good.
Holy shit, he actually got a 6!
We rolled the one once, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh god,
that's
the
the only
9.
single-digit roll I've ever even seen in this party.
Yeah, from this method, yeah.
4,
Oh no, Dave's got an 8 and a 9.
6. There we go.
But yeah,
Never mind me.
Relayed.
Can I just have one moment? She'll kind of like, because you said his eyes were still open, we'll kind of close his eyes and we're going to search for his holy symbol. I know it's got to be this.
Make an investigation check. And then follow it up with a chaser of a religion check.
Religion, Danny.
Yeah, make an investigation. Make an investigation check and then chaser it with a religion, please.
18. A 18.
You know Evan. You know Evan very well. You know precisely where he would have kept it, and it is there. As part of a... I'm going to assume, Michael, just feel free to correct. It's like part of a necklace. It's like attached to a leather cord that's wrapped around just under the breastplate.
Yeah. If she were to check my pocket, she would find a spare one for her as well.
Yeah, the one you gathered. One thing you do notice... I
gave one to... I kept one on myself and one on the other party.
The one thing you do notice, though, it's hot to the touch. It is boiling hot. Like, you touch it and it burns your hand hot. And it feels heavy. It feels like heavier than like a 2-ton anchor. You cannot move it, and as you grab it, it burns your hand. It is stuck in place. It's not locked in gravity place, like it moves around, but as you go to grab it and take it, it does not let you.
Right on.
With the religion check, you just get the feeling in your mind of just
Abandon me, leave me to die.
hold.
Sorry?
You just get a one-word feeling in your mind. Hold.
Cold.
Hold. H-O-L-D.
Hold. I will hold it then. I will put it in my hand even though it's burning hot and take the pain.
No, more the hold as in, like, wait.
Stay still.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Okay.
As in, don't do anything. That's the feeling you get, like, the immediate
You
feeling.
could have said wait, Danny.
I was trying to be fancy, you fuckwit.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know why. So Danny,
Yeah?
with 2 9s and a 6.
Fuck. Jesus
Sorry, that was
Christ.
15, 14, 13, 9, 9, 6.
We're keeping it because it's funny.
Yeah, fuck it, go ahead.
A 6, like a natural. That 6 is single-handedly the lowest I've ever seen this system roll. The worst is a 4 if you get all 1s and then re-roll all 1s. But
Oh, it's a 3, but yeah.
yeah, sorry. But you just get the feeling of hold, wait. Going back to the other group, you guys make a beeline back up north while you guys feel that you guys are gonna be able to get away relatively okay, because a lot of the attention was diverted to a big commotion that was going on outside the audience hall, and with connection severance and things like that, you would have picked up on something.
I
All of you
have two plans. We either go all the way up, over, down, and around, and avoid these guards.
Yeah, before you start moving, me and Cass agreeing to stay where we are then.
Are you?
I think we should stay until they tell us we're close. If they say that they're...
instead of meeting us, I
Also-
changed the message. Don't go to there. We're over.
Also, Cass, after a short while as well, you would have eventually have realised the crystal you were given is a wizard level 7.
It's level 7.
So, wizard spell up to level 7th level.
No, only 7th level, not up to.
Yeah, 7th level.
Yeah.
Wait. I think this might be... What
It is.
It's plane shift level, yes.
Yep.
It's a teleport. Plane shift.
Yep, that's
I
exactly.
need to... Sorry, Danny. It's a what?
No, that's exactly that was the intention.
Any
We can
spell,
plane shift if you want.
any spell
Of that level.
Of 7th level wizard spell list.
Yes. The crystal, because the crystals, you can't upcast lower level spells. It has to be the exact level. But
So yeah, you've got teleport, you've got plane shift, you've got a lot of stuff, to be fair.
We can just go if we want.
No, we need to kill. We need to kill.
Get them
You
into the-
just remember, you guys, with the exception of Cass Grey, you can communicate back and forth with the.
Oh yeah, I would have.
If
Yeah,
Deer
said.
has one and you have one, we can just get.
Yeah, your group can go, our group can go, and we. But we still haven't found Clarissa, so Argyle's not going to leave yet.
I've not
Came
seen
here for her. Not leaving without her.
Argyle, where?
I don't know exactly where she is, but I imagine if she has been turned or had her memory messed with, she might feel like she's one of them. Therefore, the guest rooms are all that I can think of. She's too special to be a dormitory girl.
Can somebody message her?
Living in a dormitory world, and I am your dormitory girl.
With everything we're dealing with, like with those guards, with everything that just happened, we can't check every room. If you say guest rooms, we can check guest rooms, but we have to go.
Can anyone message her?
One person can.
And then we'll at least know whether, if she's not on this plane, then we can just go. And if she replies, we can maybe find out where she is.
If she replies.
I don't know where to message her.
I don't have it available, and Castle's not involved.
That's what I was. I thought Cass would have been able to.
I know I can't hear what you're saying. I have no idea what's going on. You've just got
She should be able to with her holy symbol.
I don't have it prepared.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I was under them watching and speaking to me every 5 seconds.
Ah, shit.
Tell them they need to move fast. We'll wait.
You need to move fast.
We don't have.
When they-
Find it, and then we can go.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so our options remain. Are we going through this pile, or are we going up and around?
Kill them all.
That's not useful. Next question.
Well, you just said we're going through them all around. I just told you, let's just kill them all.
Yeah, I just think you want a direction more than.
Yeah.
Up and around.
Most carnage.
Argyle, up and around? We're going up and around then. Let's go.
Why isn't my opinion how it isn't? They just killed Evan. We need to revenge.
I am in
Yeah,
charge
but
because I am
revenge
making
in
sure
which
we are
direction?
productive.
That is productive.
You guys make your way quickly up to the northern side. You
Remember,
swish.
let there be carnage.
The door opens and you guys make through. The guards have not returned from here. They must still be in the medical wing. I will assume all of you are keeping up, so don't worry about having to chase your minis.
Yep.
You guys make your way across. Are you going all the way to the other side? Yeah. Are you going down or left? Also,
Just quick.
you will notice this laboratory here as orange.
Vian's plan was this way and then this way. I'll get a better color.
Let's raid the vault then.
Why are we waiting?
We are still trying
Persephone,
to be
you can go-
subversive.
But, yeah. Good luck, Persephone.
I can't
There's
hear
an office here. There's an office here. Should we go in there?
So, Argyle opens the door, at least unlocks it
Yep.
this way.
Yep,
and
which it does.
peers through.
You can see that there seems to be at this northern side a lack of guards at the moment. You did see a couple when this door was open before, when the guy got took to the medical wing, which you saw these coloured doors before, but they're gone at the moment.
How long has it been since we've been in the rune platforms?
Probably 6 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
Flynn, how long does your zombie thing last?
This guy right here, the puppety one, basically just forward him. He lasts an hour. Ray's
right.
dead is a day, isn't he? Again, that
You
was
have,
something
you
else.
have, so one lasts an hour, the other one
Animate
lasts,
dead, not
one
being
lasts,
dead.
yeah, one's under your control for a day.
Vian peeks the corner.
You can see that there is a semi, like a lot of the guards have congregated in and around containment, and by this door down here, there seems to be a number of them. Probably
Quick head count.
What colour's this door?
there is no color.
Oh, let's go raid a vault.
Quick head count.
A quick glance, probably 12 or so, and they look completely different. Let me point out as well. These look like they're wearing leather armor, and they've got slightly different, slightly unusual facial features.
Oh, I don't like that.
Facial features.
If you give me a second, just let me pull up the book to get a better description for you. Yeah, they've got this like slightly more elongated features, almost elvish, but not quite, and they are slightly paler than what you'd expect.
Out of character, my brain is reading Shadow Kai.
Yeah, or Drow, but mainly Shadow Guy.
That's hard.
We leave. This is Howard at this point. What else do we have to look for? We know where they are. They've killed Evan. We need to move quick. Where are we fucking around?
Argyle's the one who got us in. I am giving him his one chance.
Argyle
We
takes a
can
peek.
have Deer at the Vanguard ready to leave at a moment's notice.
What was that? Argyle?
Argyle will take a peek and just seeing the urgency, or hearing the urgency in his mind.
Yeah, and the guards down here are not fully aggressive, but they are weapons drawn and on some sort of alert.
I have a plan to get through them, but if they are elves, it is not a good plan.
I'd say their
Okay.
feature correction that their features, like I said, the facial extensions are like extended like elves, but they're not.
Well, just
Yeah,
anything in the elven family is
Fair.
bad for Vian.
no, and I know what you're getting at, and that's why I'm just doubly down on it.
I guess Argyle is just going to, with the same damaged electrician sort of outfit on, he will just,
Oh no! Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna walk out and just walk down.
Argyle, if you get closer, can you identify them while you're there? Just, like, I know they're not probably elves, but they look similar, and I have bad luck with elves.
Argyle, make a nature or a history check.
Alright, there's the same, so.
Persephone, if you want to go loot, but we are on a clock.
I'm
And if
gonna-
you're not with us when we leave, we leave.
You
I
are
am bothered.
unsure, Argyle, and Persephone, as you approach the door to the
I'm
vault,
just stopping that corner here, by the way, to start with.
it
Just want to
opens.
see what it is.
It
You said there wasn't a door?
I said, as
No,
you approach the door,
Yeah,
As
there
you-
was a door. There wasn't a color above.
yeah, there's no
Oh,
color.
right, okay.
As
Oh,
you
okay.
approach, the door automatically opens, revealing a small tunnel that's about 25 foot long, 10 foot wide. Then there's another door at the other side that begins to open.
And what can I see into it?
Make a perception check.
Perception. There.
You can see a number of stacks of crates filled with supplies. You can see weapon racks. You can see trunks and different things like this. It's a very well stocked storage room. Essentially, you can only see like a 10-foot thing going to the back of the room. You can't see. You can only see a fraction of it, but it seems to be well stocked.
I'm holding here first before I do anything else because I want to see
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah,
down
because
here.
what it is, the front door's opened, and then as that one fully opened, the one 25 foot away in this tunnel slowly starts to open, and it's opening. It's like nearly done.
The guys down the bottom where Argyle's just identified, are they all grouped up?
You kind of, yeah.
Right.
But
I have
as
an
the one
idea.
that stands out, the one that's because they've all got rapiers at their side, Argyle, and the one has got a rapier and a small buckler on the side, and stops you and just goes, "Where do you think you're going? We've been told to hold this area. No one's to pass. Return."
I'm trying to find a way around the runes are on the fritz again, and there's some weird commotion off to the east. I'm not a brave man. I'm just here to fix the runes. I prefer to go down and around if that's at all possible.
I am sorry. And she'll like give you a very intense look. She'll put her hand on your shoulder and give you a very intense look. But we can't allow that, you see? We've been told to keep this hallway clear. Can you make for me a charisma saving throw? As you feel the eyes just kind of bore into you, and you kind of feel this presence, this predatory presence, as you do save against it, actually, quite very well. So, you do beat the charm, and you're immune to it for 24 hours. As she kind of just curiously, like, squints her eyes slightly. And you'll see the, make a perception check as you're this close. Okay, can you make one more history check for me?
Oh God.
Oh, there we go. That's better.
Oh,
You spot something. As she kind of cocks her head and squints, not expecting it to fail, she kind of lets out a wry grin and then hides it very quickly, but you just see the faintest fang protrude out of the grin. And you recognize these are not quite vampires, but something slightly very similar. You're looking at a band of Damphir.
Shite.
Quite a few of them, as you're in face with the de facto leader of this group. Interesting.
Do you relay that back?
Yeah, I would just say Damphir is a single word mentally. I said, and I'll try and, like, if I know that I've saved against the charm, I
You
will
would have,
try
yeah.
and just.
You would, given how it words, you are aware you were tried to be charmed, and you're now immune to it for 24 hours. So.
I will look at her and say, not my intention to cause any mischief. I'm just trying to get back to my post. Is it okay if I take this blue door? I only have a blue bracelet to go through. And he, like, points to the
Go
I'll
quick.
get out of your hair as fast as possible.
Go quickly before I change my mind. And she almost looks perplexed and a bit vexed. She's not getting quite what she wanted immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the other Damphir that are around and notice this and perk up. Like, noticing that what she said didn't happen, and it's kind of a bit that... Fuck?
Sometimes stupid electricians don't get charmed.
Yeah. And she'll turn to the rest of them. Keep your eye on the door. Don't want any more coming through here. Any?
Oh, I need Rose back.
As I was saying, I have an option, but it's the minimal option. I can put a fog cloud around here to break vision.
Let me take point on this, because that's just going to make them close ranks a bit tighter.
That's the whole point, so we can drop a big bomb on them.
How damp are
Call
they?
that plan B. I like that
Mega.
plan. We'll call that plan B.
Okay, at least you like it, ish.
Well, if they're sturdy creatures, as much as Boomer has some very potent magic, we don't want to fight here. We do not want to fight here.
Can I do something as I go through the door?
Certainly may.
I would like to look back towards that group. I guess they're over there, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to use a sorcery point to cast a subtle spell
Oh.
of calm emotions.
Oh. Okay.
Charisma saves.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is, because there's a lot of... I'm going to do one for the commander, and then one generalized for the others. I'll do it at... I'll roll 2, like, just to be fair and average it out. Just in case I roll really well. So, the commander, charisma save, 19. And
yeah, saves.
that's a 12 and a 17, which would average out at about a 14, which would probably fail. So the majority of them would fail. Actually, no, yeah, all of them fail, I'll say. Apart from the commander. Yeah.
Except for... So
the commander that spoke to you didn't fail, but everyone else did.
So they will become, like, indifferent about anyone that, like, if the commander sees above this way, if people are up that way, I will make the rest of the Damphir that are there, the rest of the people, indifferent to be hostile towards them.
Wait, so you're gonna make them indifferent to the intruders? Quote marks.
Yep.
Got it. I'll allow it.
I'll walk through the door.
Yeah. And the door. Shh. And there's still a number of guards the other side, and they're talking amongst themselves. Rose, good timing because Ashley needs you. I'll get.
I'm good, yeah.
Are you're okay now?
Yeah.
But,
I fired off subtle spell spending to her because I needed information.
Got it. But as you walk through the door, a number of the guards are talking amongst each other, Argyle, about what's gone on, and you know, a lot of them are jovial about it, and it's borderline celebratory.
Mm-hmm.
So what do the rest of you do back up top?
Hailra, hold my sword and shield, please. Thank you.
Well, I'm all the way over the other side, sorry.
Oh, okay. Bye,
You're all
Hailra.
there.
I was there, I would have moved up. I'll take it.
Alright. Van does Van things.
Okay.
Slowly makes her way down the corridor as if she owns it and belongs there.
Oh god.
Okay, and as you walk down, the other Damphir notice you, but aren't as bothered, whereas the commander...
She doesn't get to melee range unless they very quickly close on her.
No,
Based off
she
information from
just
Argyle,
begins to walk over towards you, and like the others don't bother, they kind of watch. I've told people many of times, this hallway is closed off. You're gonna need to leave as well. And then she kind of
It's
realizes...
okay, I'm fine here.
No, you're not. You're going to need to leave now.
Counter offer, why don't you just go on vacation or something? I promise it's a lot nicer. You won't have to deal with me, you won't have to deal with this corridor. Just go on vacation. Suggestion, please.
What save is that? Charisma? I thought it was wisdom.
Wisdom.
It is. 18?
Ties.
Oh, no, do they notice? That's the question.
No, for my suggestion, if they save, it's just
Yeah,
words
yeah.
instead of magical words.
Look, as much as that would be so nice, I can't. I'm here doing work. And we're here to make sure the people in there don't leave. So, we have been told only we are allowed to be in here. And not to let anyone else through. I've already let one imbecile through, and I refuse to let another.
Plan B?
Alright.
Right, what's happening?
Go big or go home time. Modify memory. I belong here. It's fine. She remembers I came in yesterday.
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay.
If this fails, I'm fucked.
Yeah, okay. So it's another wisdom save. She has a +4, like before. So that's an 8. So you modify a memory to make it as if, like, you are a part of the people that are allowed to be here as well.
Yeah, I'm just like Dellastrix's daughter or something. I'm here on visiting, like, Happy Daughter Day, etc.
Apologies.
I'm just here visiting a friend.
I wasn't aware that his daughter was here. Apologies. Just, yeah, continue.
We'll just read in the library, be out of your way quick as we can.
Just yes, that's fine. Just, yeah.
Cass, open up.
Don't hear that.
Cass, open up.
Okay, I will move forward and open
It
the
opens.
door. Quick, where are the others? Hello,
They're behind. I'm the others. Act natural. Keep things simple, please. We're going to the library.
Okay.
Oh, I'll stay here, thanks.
You should come with.
That was a joke.
This is not a time for joking.
What about Evan's body?
I'm screwed. Leave me.
No,
Yeah.
your armor, gear, weapons.
Too heavy to carry.
No, you got a bag of holding, haven't you?
Did you stick him in the
Don't
bag
think
of
armor will
holding?
fit.
Yeah, he's dead. That's fine. Let's just bury him. He's got expensive gear on him. Jeez.
He won't
Everybody's
fit
feeling
that,
so
is
loved right now.
Bearing in mind, Cass, obviously you're what you were told or felt.
Right.
Yeah, I take Evan's bag of holding, put some what will fit in,
All
and
of
then
him,
give it to
just push
Cass.
him in.
Everything.
Well, no, to make him lighter to
It's got to
carry.
be a.
Yeah,
He's making Evan lighter to carry.
if you, I would say if you want to spend time and do that, you might be able to.
Cass will not let. She will not let you put him in the bag of holding. He is not a possession. He was
No,
I'm
turned-
not putting the
him.
body in.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Put
Yeah.
All his stuff in.
Put his stuff in so then he can be carried. He's what I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Knock 150 pounds off of his weight.
Yeah, that would
Exactly.
make it so you wouldn't need to roll.
Um,
I will
Vian,
still
The armor
be-
fitting.
I'd say Vian would remember that there is a quick release on my armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say obviously it would mean it can't just be simply put back on, but at least it will get it off so you can stick like his weapons, his armor in the bag of holding, and then Gray can carry him in like his Under Armour clothes.
I'm sorry. I'm struggling to understand the reason why we're still here and we haven't left already. I said I'd wait for you guys. What's holding us up?
Clarissa.
She's not here.
Do you know
You're
for certain
sure?
she's not
'Cause
here?
Argyle seems to think she is.
Make a history
Danny,
check.
am I-
Make a history check.
Thank you. Bear with me, sorry. Multiple character sheets, you know.
Yeah,
it's like-
yeah. It's absolutely fine.
Oh my god, 13 with a natural one.
I would say even with a natural one, a 13 is enough. Because it's not a terrible thing for you, and you've got Cass hasn't got exactly much else going on to occupy her mind, so you pay attention to some of the details. You overheard when you were in the library as Sola was interviewing Clarissa, quote marks, getting some information on the layout and the workings of the Ludmire Sanctum. This was about 2 days ago. Just getting an idea of like where different rooms are, what's where, who's where.
She and Sola were talking about the Ludmire Sanctum 2 days ago.
And you
Maybe
haven't
she's gone
seen
now.
her, and
Maybe
yesterday was the last time you saw her.
I saw her the last time yesterday.
Argyle,
Right.
she's not here.
Convey
If you
that,
want
yeah.
to keep looking, that's on you. Everyone else, if you're evacuating, meet back up in Lava Hallway. I'll stay with Cass. Dear, get your group out of there. I'll get this group out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get Argyle to go round, regroup, and
Right,
then
we'll
go.
pause on you guys. So, Boomer, Dia, Hailra, what are you guys doing at the minute? Just waiting?
Vault.
Bolt?
Go under the edge vault. I want to see if there's any crystals in there.
Come on then,
No.
let's go. Me and you.
No theft. We don't
No,
steal.
it's not
Just...
an theft.
Dear,
only
if they're not in Lava Hallway, leave without them.
Okay.
I'm not got a Dr. Grabant to destroy them.
That's my point. Throw
Right.
bombs. Big Bang Theory.
You don't see any.
Big
Well, what it
distraction.
is, you've got to remember. You look at in where Persephone is. It's a hallway that's about 25 foot long. The other side, you can see a store pile and stockpile. A lot of it's crated up and boxed up. You can see like weapon racks with like swords and some very well decorated swords and hammers and like spears and things. But you can't see crystals at the minute.
Left them in the crates.
It probably could be just a crate of potions. It could be a crate of gold. It could be gems. You have no idea.
You said to me 250 yards.
No, 25 feet.
25 foot. So it's basically 2.5.
Yeah,
2.5
yeah, 2.5 squares in, yeah, and a 10-foot wide, so 1 square wide. There is a. Oh no, it'd be 20-foot wide. Sorry, because 2 squares. It'd be a tunnel.
Okay.
I'll walk forward. Well, I'm gonna.
No, you
I'll
do
walk
that.
forward. I want to do an investigation to make sure there's no traps.
Hey, roll an investigation check.
You're not even. What are you going to do that?
I want to see, just in case you walk down as well.
As you start stepping in, and you're very it's smooth stone and stuff on the floor and the walls. It's not even slabs. And as you take a few steps in, take a few feet in, and you start looking, as you look up, you notice that there are a row of dull crystals in the corners of the ceiling, 5 on each side. And the doors on both sides of the tunnel drop,
Yay.
locking you inside as all 10 crystals begin to glow.
Yeah, baby. Just go. I'll work this one out.
You knew what I was. You knew what I was going to do.
Just blow it
I
up.
wasn't even going. Yeah, that's the idea.
Blow it up with me in it. I ain't bothered. Just do
No, I
it.
can't. Because
You
it's just
can't.
the door's
The
shut.
door's shut between the two of you.
Yeah,
You
blow
just
it
only
up.
stand at the end of the corridor, lob the bomb in, and fuck off.
That
You
was the
decided to step
idea.
in. You decided to step into the airlock. So join me in death. Everyone else get the fuck out.
Yeah, that's what I say. Go for it. Run. I'm gonna work out what I can do here. Kill.
Abandon it, and the run was dear, and Hal goes back to the rendezvous point.
As you step in, you feel the crystals warm up the room. You feel your body react weirdly as you have just aged 18 years.
Guys, quick note: we're stuck.
No, we have 3 of the pink bracelets.
We do have fear. Thank God for that.
So
Oh, sorry.
Persephone, who was 20, is now currently 38.
Yay! I'm getting older. Yeah.
So
Hey,
Dan's got
hey, she's a
one,
4-year-old.
Hailra's got one, and I guess
And I've-
Persephone's got one.
I've got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
What
the
do you-
blue, orange, pink.
Yeah. As you
bands.
guys are all making your way back, that's fine. Persephone, what are you doing? Argyle, what are you doing?
Yeah, can we message them to meet us quickly? We're gonna go back. We're gonna go into the room with the signs.
Yeah, Argyle first.
The rooms with the signs.
Signs,
Just
not
lava
signs.
hallway.
Nice.
I will message back in like a mentally
Mhm.
in a kind of defeated tone to a certain degree and say, "We were trapped here the moment that flame blade came out. We will not open that portal now. This facility is on alert. I have no idea where you're running, but it's not
Plan shift.
safety."
Aye.
We had a backup plan. Sorry, I'm meant to be Howard right now. Val, we had a backup plan. Quick,
And he's aware that we have the backup plan.
we can save us all. We will find another way to get your friend.
I've spent
Don't
far
give up.
too long trying to get in here. She must be here. I won't leave without her. And that was the premise of me being here. Flee if you must, but I'm not going without her. And Argyle will head back out the door.
Hey,
Argyle, I promise she's not here.
You have no idea if that's true. And
I'm guessing at this point as well, Cass and everybody else is walking out the door, or are we just teleporting out of here? We
It's
need
up
to
to
go
you.
quick.
We have our own plane shift.
Yeah, we don't have to
Yeah.
move.
How long does it take
Awesome.
to cast it?
1 action.
One action, that's fine.
6 seconds.
I was going to do something else just to buy some time, but don't need to.
okay.
Fuck around. So we go.
Oh no, you just buy some time to get out.
Persephone,
Don't need it.
what are you doing? You've got 1 turn.
I'm just going through everything I've got on me. Hold on a second.
It's a vault. Try picking the door.
Well, it's a magical vote. That's one of my options. So I'm going to try. Is there anywhere like I can pick it or break it or something?
It
like
is
that to get
solid
out?
stone doors that have just slid down. The only thing in this room is smooth, solid walls and these 10 crystals that are glowing.
Well, that's my other point. Is can I destroy the crystals?
You can try. They're on the ceiling, so you could probably
I'll
reach
shoot
if you...
them.
Yeah, shoot one.
I'll try. I'll take a good few foot back just in case it goes Big Bang Theory, of course.
Mhm.
And I'll shoot one. See what happens.
I don't know if anyone's watching the stream, but Danny's face is getting more concerned as time goes on. He's realizing
That,
That,
that
I mean,
that-
that's an ongoing age thing. So possibly the best person to be in that is the person who's
Yeah.
got
The youngest.
That
long
hits.
life.
A lot of time.
that hits and does 8 points of damage. It doesn't do a fat lot comparatively, as you've just aged another 18 years.
it could have been avoided.
Look for any crystals in the vault.
You're now 50. No, she's stuck in a tunnel. Doors are shut on both sides.
She's in an airlock, and the airlock is decompressing and about to boot her out into space. It could have been avoided, but unless she can find a way to undo it, like a dispel magic or something.
I haven't got a dispel magic.
But
Yeah.
the crystal did take damage. And
That's my other thought. It's literally
like
yeah,
this
it's
is a second action. This is a second turn.
I'm not high enough level for that. So, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot it again.
The same one.
Yeah, and I'm going to use Well of the Grave at the same time, but it's going to hit 2, obviously.
Nice. 30 will hit. That is another 12 points.
Hold on. Wrong one. And Well from the Grave on, not the unarmed, on that one and the one next to it.
Okay, it's starting to take some damage, but it's not done any more than that at the moment, unfortunately. You've just aged another 17 years.
That's fine. I'll take another shot at it. I'm getting pretty cool now. I'm getting old. I'm an adult.
25.
Not quite.
25.
Yeah.
A 25 also hits.
And 9 points on that and on the next one.
Plus. Hey, the first one you've been hitting is starting to look damaged and pretty well chipped. As you age, just 1 year this time. 20 just hits.
Hold on, have I got any more Well from the Graves left? I think I've used 5 now. Yeah, I have. So, can't do Well from the Graves.
20 just hits, and it is just enough to destroy one of the 10 crystals. As the other crystals continue working, and you take another 19 years onto your life. You're now 93 years old.
You're nearly an adult. Congratulations.
So how long does average elves live for? Just want to clarify.
About 800.
700.
Yeah.
Yeah, 700, 800.
7 to 800.
Okay.
You are the only person. You are the only person who could make it to the end of this and destroy all the crystals and
Yeah,
still be alive.
the other hope would have been if multiple people had got trapped, multiple attacks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're the only person who could do this, but that's only because you're about to go from a toddler to needing a Zimmer frame.
Fiona actually has a pretty sizable lifespan on her as well. Not quite that one, but
no,
a
but it's still
a
impressive.
few more levels. I could have used my marks to actually phase through the walls. But
Yeah. What level are you?
Level 11.
So as you
Rogue.
continue this, you've got one more action.
And
What are you doing?
And what are the other two then?
That's 2 in Ranger.
Okay.
Didn't know that. Cool.
You know when he was asking about what level, what character thing he should have gone into, and he was thinking, we were like, do I go more rogue or do I start going ranger?
You
Makes
age
sense.
another 17 years. You've gone up 90 years now. You're now 110.
Yeah. I can do this.
You're officially an adult.
Yay!
you've got like the bottle of wine on your body.
Physically,
and
not
you end the
mentally.
turn.
Another action as you go up another 7.
117.
I'm just going to roll a load of these. And just,
Oh, hang on.
One crit. Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm not going to do any crit fails. It does miss. I will say the first, given the damage taken that was left, the second crystal goes down. But then the next one takes a... That is incorrect. Is it not? That's 18. The third of the 10 takes 18 points of damage.
Can you believe that? 3 crits in a row, but it's like
Yeah.
one of the crit.
You go
fail,
another
crit.
14 years.
Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. I can take this. So 2 down, you said, Danny.
Yeah, 2 down, 8 to go. One is damaged.
Okay, so
Okay. What I'm gonna do, Carl,
yeah,
it's on average, you're taking 4 attacks per crystal to destroy, including crits. So, rather than roll through this, do you want me to just roll a
yeah, just roll. Go on for it.
Are you okay with me doing that?
Yeah, just go for it, because otherwise we'll be here for ages.
That's the point, yeah. So,
Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll roll 2 more for the last crystal. So, that's 24. And then I'm going to roll
5.
25. How much was that? That was 3 crystals.
With 3 down, 7 left.
So 7 times 4 is 21, 42.
155 years. There you go. Average. On top.
So far.
How did you get to... should be 28, not 42?
Yeah, it was 42.
Yeah, ignore that. I'm dumb. Danny's dumb.
Yeah. Rose is just
No.
Much better.
Yeah.
Danny?
Yep.
Just as a question to think, with the amount of energy that's being poured into this trap reducing with the amount of crystals...
It doesn't. There's not diminishing returns like that, unfortunately.
Okay. I thought I'd just make the check, but
it's a good. It's a good one, but no. As the last crystal, the doors on both sides raise as you have just aged a combined 487, making you 507 as
Yeah.
you feel
Have all these gone now?
Yeah, all the crystals are destroyed and both doors open. But
No, I mean the rest of my party. Have they all gone?
yes, but
Cool.
Would you have told us that you are, like, because we get to the thing that you're nearly out, we
But-
might have waited a
but
minute.
you feel the warmth from these crystals immediately going back to a normal state.
Mm.
You immediately feel the revertment of what just happened to you. And
So I've gone back down to child again.
it's over the space of a minute. You will eventually revert to whatever age you were when you entered. But
Yeah.
for every 30 years you revert back, you gain a point of exhaustion.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
You can just die.
That's
Yep.
just instant death.
Yep.
No. Okay, so hang on. It's
That's
over
why
how
I
long?
was
So-
worried. Over
No,
a,
hang on.
a minute. By the end
over
of
a minute.
by the end of the minute, for every 30 years you have to go back to your original age, you gain a point of exhaustion.
Okay, so she can make it on a run to catch up with the party,
Mm-hmm.
And we can
fall
revive
into their
after.
arms, be bamfed back, and then die in the material plane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
do
kind
that.
So I'll do that. I'll leg it over to these guys and attempt that.
I think we're in the we'd be in the slime room
Well,
now.
yeah, well, you'd be at the lava corridor. That's what you said.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the slime room specifically, as long as you're just casting plane shift somewhere.
Mhm.
Lava hallway just made sense as an easy rallying point for where Argyle was as well, if Argyle was coming. But I think we get to spectate that now.
I don't think he is.
No, I got that impression.
We'll loosey-goosey unless Adrian is happy to leave it as is. Or is he gone? Oh, he's here.
I'm here. Well, he stepped out and he's gonna look this way. There's like a door.
Yeah, it's green. Which
You don't have a key
you
code.
don't have, no.
These doors don't have keyholes.
No, it's all the crystals. Every
You
door
need
is the
to-
exact same, but with the different color crystal. Essentially, it's like, you know, an RFID scanner, but magic bullshit.
Cass, pass me your bracelet and start the plane shift.
I'll be ready to
Set
start
up.
doing it. Yeah.
It's one action, but like get
Yeah,
set up for it.
I was
Like,
going
make
to
sure you have
say,
your-
the way I've ruled these crystals, it's one action, yeah.
Do you have something tuned?
I'm just going to open this door and throw it.
I'm so sorry. I mean,
Oh, tuning fork.
yeah, I can't get back to the other plane.
She did ever have it. We had
Did
one.
Joseph not account for that?
I would say he would
Well,
have.
it does-
I will say he would have.
So
Okay.
when packing his stuff up, we would have spotted
In
it.
the pouch, you didn't realise at the bottom underneath the crystal there was a tuning fork.
There's a
Thanks,
tuning
Danny.
fork.
No, that was my mistake, not a Joseph mistake.
Does Dia need a tuning fork then?
No,
He
He
has
has
the-
the, he has the original.
Zero was
Pen-
does.
Penelope,
Oh, okay.
Penelope, got you one.
I
Yeah,
did have a
Penelope,
backup plan, if not, in fairness.
Oh, I had backup upon backup upon backup.
I was just gonna ask Mom, very, very bluntly, I was just gonna ask Mom if she could just, like, email me one real quick. We'd be on the Feywild, but fuck it.
Better
You
than
can always go
nothing.
to sleep, pick it up.
I'll give you my bracelet and get ready to go plane shift.
Yeah. Open door, throw the bracelet, and just shout Argyle catch before returning to Cass.
Mentally, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a green?
Yeah.
You have a green
Cass-
from
Cass,
Cass.
Cass has the green.
Cass had green only.
This entire time, I've
She
not been
had
able to go
she had not any other color because that was their way of restricting her to a very small area.
Yep.
I will catch it and very quickly dash through the door into
To the library. And
Before
this is
we
cruel.
go.
This is cruel as fuck because on the other side of the library you see a different colored door, purple. This is cruel, but obviously he had no fucking idea.
That's fine. Argyle will resolve to the fact that the party is probably unable to wait for him.
Well, no.
And being a part of this, remind me of the walls themselves.
They're stone. They are stone like slabbed and stuff. But just as
He will go
rememberment.
here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just
he will
remember,
go-
this is in a demi-plane. You have no idea what's on the other side of that wall.
And I believe, as Cass was noting, we have not left yet. You are still at least connected to myself and Greytail.
You would know that. I would say you'd feel the connections.
But we're not chasing around with you, and we're leaving very shortly if we can.
You've got 5 minutes.
Are you talking to him now?
I'm
Yeah.
going to in this close proximity.
Okay.
At this door, he will be hearing all the voices from the party saying, "Let's go, let's go, let's go," and he will close his eyes and try to remember an item that Clarissa would have had on her, and
Okay.
he will think hard on that and cast locate object.
Yeah, and I would say obviously there's things like hair clips and bits of jewelry and other effects that were not taken off you guys when you were took, but things that you remember. And if I remember right, locate object, it's within a mile and has to be on the same plane.
I thought about 8,000 feet, so
1,000 feet, but it's also because blocks and stuff like that.
It
But,
doesn't ping. And I would say, given the size, that should, in theory, cover the entire
that covers
facility.
the entire facility.
God, you didn't think to do that first.
I have a lot of spells.
That's easily done. Yeah.
Yeah, that covers the entire facility. Unfortunately, Argyle, it seems, at least the assumption of Cass might be true, that they were talking about the details of the Ludmire Sanctum, and they haven't been seen since yesterday, and given the fact that your locate object doesn't work, probably makes sense.
I would love to point out in this moment the irony that he has finally managed to break in here on the same day she came to him.
Yep. The irony.
And yeah, God. So what's with the other party members? What's the deal here? Like over here, you have people that are about to plane shift, and over here, you have people that are about to plane shift too.
I believe that's
We
the
give you
case.
5 minutes.
You won't have that. You won't have that luxury up the top in the lava place because Persephone's about to die.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Persephone would
we were
feel
told
that.
We're safe in here. The other team can go.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Helmer, Boomer.
Yes. Tell
Yeah,
him to
dear,
go.
go now.
Yeah, you can go
Yeah,
now.
I'll go.
Where are you going?
I'm guessing Persephone bounds into like Halvard's arm.
It's kind of like you watch rapid
Yeah.
aging, and then it's
And
like
I'll
energy levels
crash to the
dropping.
floor.
It is literally, she's melting almost, but not
Won't
literally.
drop to the body. You're on your
Actually-
like last exhaustion. Go now. Tell him to go.
Go.
Yeah, go.
Argar will try and do like the last second, when there's like an exploding building, like
You gotta make it dramatic. You have to make it dramatic.
So he will like cast Longstrider on himself first,
Ooh,
then-
nice.
and then he will wild shape into a cockroach, I suppose.
To what?
I was expecting something
And be a
dramatic.
Wait.
super
I'm
speedy
expecting,
cockroach.
I'm expecting giant lion to just go
Yeah,
bounding
that's
down
what
the
I was
corridor.
expecting, something dramatic, and it's just like, no, cockroach.
Cockroach, and he's like gonna skitter all the way up, like he's doing like a like he,
Because he's small as
Alright.
well, isn't he? So he's little, so he can't be seen.
Mate,
Look
this
at
fucking cockroach is going the speed of light.
Forget Sonic.
Holy,
Just 120 feet per second on this cockroach.
holy shit! The cockroach teleports.
You might need to change, by the way, when you get back to the door.
He would.
well, you see like the door opens, like the cockroach kind of like flows in, and then you see him pop out of cockroach form into a flaming line, like his hat of disguise is off.
I
Um,
grab his hand the moment I see him and just tell Cass to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Full grab on. I've still got hold of Evan's body. See
yeah.
if that comes with.
Yeah, I would say it would. Because it's like as if you had a trunk or something, like it's an item.
Hmm.
At this point, he's an item. He's not a creature.
We're all
I am
blinking
corpse.
Yeah, I are corpse.
Wait, did
And are transformed.
I'm assuming.
Transformed.
grabbed
Argo,
him or
go ahead.
Vian?
Argo.
Go on.
Was it Cass or Vian that grabbed Argo?
Vian.
Oh no, I think you need to do
It's
some
been a
lore
circle.
here.
Oh, roll a shit. Roll Vian. Roll a d2.
Okay.
Argyle, pick high or low.
Hi, why not?
Well,
Hi.
technically, we need to be in a circle, so you need 2 hands attached to people. So
I assumed Evan was the joiner. It was like Cass to my left, Argyle to my right, Evan, Matt. Or
Yeah,
Gabriel,
yeah.
Cass.
I'd forgotten, Adrian. Thank you. Okay. Okay. I'm just pulling it up. 1 second. 1 second.
Oh no.
So, 3 people are dying.
Mm.
As you grab Argyle's hand, the teleport goes off and things, but Argyle, you feel racking pain as it's almost like frostburn, and you feel the ring damage. It gets damaged. It doesn't break because it's not the full requirement, but it is damaged, incredibly so, and you will take 30 points of like frost damage.
Cold damage?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of immune to cold.
Okay, fair enough. It still hurts like a bitch though.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
And the ring is incredibly damaged, and you actually hear like like when dry ice pops and cracks.
Yeah.
You hear it, and you see the ring reacting to Vian's touch dramatically. As you all eventually, I picked Havelter because that would make the most sense. But obviously, please feel free to
I'd say
specify.
the 2 groups probably aimed for, like, would it be the deck of the derrick?
As long as I was told where to go, Cass would have gone wherever she was told, if that makes sense. If it's the derrick, that's cool.
The derrick,
depends
which is
on
parked at Havelter. So
We'll say you go to the derrick. Each of you in 2 groups. Woof, woof. Couple minutes apart from each other. Persephone, lifeless. Evan, lifeless. Argyle, in pain, physically, but not actual damaged. All of you have taken considerable wounds and tribulations as you all here on the derrick.
What
The
time
hell
is
was your hand at, Argyle? That hurt.
Actually,
the two
actually, no.
people-
That's a good point as well. My bad. Vian in return would have taken 16 fire.
Okay.
Yep.
And you'll notice the ring is still cracking and popping.
She immediately yanks her hand away at the moment they land. Just reflex. Ow, hot stove. What the fuck?
Who,
Put him down.
what's the order of what you want to do here?
Let's let the other group arrive first, I would imagine.
Yeah,
but
the Deer's
also-
group arrive first, and not long after Persephone, you will faint and collapse unconscious. And
No, it's good. And dead, you mean?
Yeah.
Dies.
Yeah,
Dies.
yeah. Well, it's more a case of Persephone goes unconscious and then dies in her sleep, sort of thing. Because it's like a gradual
Yeah.
thing.
It's like a heart attack.
It's all over. It's a great day.
Have we got any more diamonds?
No.
It's Dia. It's on Dia. Dia's the only person in that group that can cast Revivify, and he has a minute to do it. So
I think more than a minute's gone.
No,
No, it's literally
It's
you landed
you've got 2 minutes before the other group arrives, but you've got it's only been about 10 seconds
since you died.
Yeah. Dia?
Take your time, dear. It's fine.
Use your lightsaber.
Use your lightsaber,
Dear
yeah.
flame blade.
Allow me
Okay,
to state as well, obviously as per my homebrew rules, there's no roll to see if the Revivify fails. First one's always free, but that is your first and only free one, which is good considering you lasted that long. But like a defibrillator, Dia, you just scatter the diamonds on the floor and just grind them into your palms, and then you just sprinkle them like spores. You invoke some of your druidic magic, and you see little funguses just sprouting across her body. And then you pick a couple of them, you bite them, break them, and spread them over, and like let like Mother's Nature recycle itself a couple times, as what funguses do, and eventually the life will return. And Persephone, you remember falling unconscious in the arms of Helra as you guys were getting ready to leave, and you suddenly jolt to life with a gasping breath on the ship of the Derrick, on the deck of the Derrick.
Oh dear. Well, that's terrible. Who's doing that?
on like 5 points of exhaustion.
Oh yeah, I will say you're not on the level of exhaustion to die, but you're the one below, which is 4, I believe.
5.
5.
You have 5 levels of exhaustion. You are
I'll pop some
comatose.
Yeah, I'll pop some cure rooms off. He charges off the wand just to ease the pain a bit.
Few minutes later, Cass, Gray, Evan, Bian, Argyle, you all, and Persephone at this point is awake. He's currently lying down, and that is all she's fit to do at this minute.
Vianna's shaking her hand a little bit to just try and get rid of the frost burn while she eyes the other group to make sure that they're all at least there and nobody was left behind.
Yeah. And just as no, ignore me. I was being dumb. I forgot to ignore Karen.
No.
Michael, it's been about 20 in-game minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I said 30, didn't I, to you?
Yeah.
Alright.
20 in-game minutes, you say?
Yes, since Evan bit the dust.
Did something else happen?
I think this is a secret thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, ignore it.
The
Carry on.
bomb he planted.
Oh. Oh shit, yeah.
that actually exploded as we left.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, well, given the issue with the Arcana check, it actually delayed. It delayed.
Oh, it delayed, not early. Okay.
It wasn't early.
My assumption was it was a bomb, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he rigged the crystals to go kaboom.
Why do you think I was so in getting us all gone? Like, Hera wouldn't have known. It would have been standard, to rush. We've been told we've got significant time.
Obviously,
Jesus Christ.
there is no exception to no understand or anything. But obviously, as far as Argyle's aware, the job's done. You know what's done. But there's no visible, like, because you're not there to see the explosion, hear the explosion. You have no idea how effective or how ineffective it is. You just know it's you're confident it's happened. That's it. Thank you for reminding me. I'm not going to roll it,
Yeah.
given what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize Pyromane would actually burn me like that when I grabbed his hand. Sorry. What's up?
Can you send a message to Evan, please? I don't have it prepared. Can you find out
Oh.
where he is?
Wait, isn't
The thing, he's going to be in a new body, isn't he?
Yes.
Somewhere.
I know of a few locations I want to know.
okay? I'm just
Okay.
gonna pretend that's normal. I've been just making sure mission gets done. That was what Evan told me to do. Sure. Sending to Evan as I look confused at his corpse.
No,
Question is, like,
just-
Danny, do you think Vian will be able to at this point?
It will. The spell will fail.
That was
There is no person alive to receive it. It will fail.
No, it shouldn't fail.
Persephone would see Evan's body and drag herself over to his body and just start to grab hold of his hand.
He should be alive now. It should be already through.
he's not. I don't know if he's still waking up or
No, the whole thing is
What it
we
is,
just kind of-
he's pressed snooze on his wake up. just give him 5 minutes.
I'll check one other place. I promise. I need 60 seconds.
see
Cass-
Persephone come down. Cass
Yep.
will like move Evan's head into her lap and almost kind of like she's not really paying attention. She's just kind of like focusing on each. You know when somebody's like attention's bouncing and like all over the place.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I just 60 seconds. I'm gonna just check somewhere else. I cast Dream to check if he is in some sort of sleep state somewhere.
Is that in the place handbook? Let me have a quick look.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I don't recognize that spell. It's not one I've encountered. Oh, thank you. Even better.
Must be on same plane of existence. If he's unconscious, I can shape his dream and communicate to him there for up to 8 hours.
Known to you.
Do you know Evan? Kind of. I realize it would be a very loose no, but I attempt. I am shotgunning spells that may have some sort of applicability.
I apologize. I don't think it's not going to work.
I didn't think so either, but just if he was
No,
unconscious, if he was in some sort of
it is a
in-between-
fantastic try. I can't.
Yeah. No, that was Fian's. I don't know. I can't find him anywhere.
But a few minutes go by and everyone kind of just takes a moment. The realization as to what, like, you guys gather yourselves. About 10 minutes go by just for dramatic effect, like, oh no. Michael, the information I said I'd give to you was essentially, it's probably something that you probably already know, but how number 3 was, and I'm going to purposely deliver this in a vague way. So the creature that 3 was, 1 and 2 are 2. However, the other people are not aware and probably would turn against if they found out. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And as that, like, obviously information soaks into your brain, Cass, you're looking over Evan and Persephone, you're clutched his hand and stuff. Evan convulses on the deck of the ship, and his eyes snap open. As you feel the bonds of the Skyne Witch break and bring you back. That prediction Matt made about a year ago was correct.
Was it actually?
No shit.
Really? Oh,
I don't even remember what I predicted.
Level 13, unknown assassin.
13 unknown assassin.
Unexpected assassin, sorry, that was the key word.
No shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's insane.
That was where you met Vian.
Yep.
Yeah, I was wondering if that kicks in.
The other two have come and gone. Well, no, one of them's still active, but one's come and gone, and one's now correct.
Mine, I think that's gone, isn't he?
Dear level 10 Twin Ice Golem. Somebody wrote that down, I bet.
Yeah. What the fuck is that to the layman?
Oh my god.
About a year ago, and about 20 episodes ago, when they met Vian for the very first time, a creature they fought known as a Skynwitch, a weaver of fate. The three people, Dia, and Grey, and Evan, that fought it, were to all make predictions out of character about each other's characters, the person to the left, to the left, to the left, on how and what level that character would die. If they were wrong, nothing happened. If they were correct and that person died, they would be brought back with some level of divine insight shortly after.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Worked.
I know.
Holy shit.
Well done, Matt.
I am buying a lottery ticket right now.
No, you have to buy a lottery ticket a year ago.
Oh yeah, shit.
But as Evan, you spring to life and you have that insight of 1, 2, and 3 are all alike, but no one else of the numbers knows of it and would not appreciate it. That bit of insight brings to your mind. Make of it as you will. As Cass, you're there, and the grief is sinking in, and the coming to terms, and then the confusion of why isn't the sending working? He should be awake by now. That's because someone held him back for extracurricular activities in this motherfucking body.
He had fucking summer school while dead.
Evan?
He better have a damned good explanation.
I think that's where we'll leave it tonight.
Oh no! I want.
Oh, go!
Let him, yeah.
Please.
As this is all happening, Argyle is looking at his paw at the ring.
Wait. Locate object stays. It's a duration, isn't it? How long is it?
Yes. About
How-
an hour or something like that. 10 minutes to an hour.
It pings. It
10
pings.
minutes.
It pings.
It pings.
What do you mean?
It pings.
In the
We are
direction
in range of Clarissa.
in the direction of Havilter. That's just come to mind. Carry on. Apologies.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it in order so like this will happen before that ping happens, just so otherwise he'll be heckin'
Go for
distracted.
it. Go for it.
He will look to Vian and say, after looking at the ring that is now cracking on his finger, and he says to her, "I never expected that I'd be on a mission with royalty. I will find you again, Vian, and you will tell me of the Summer Queen." And the ping happens,
Yeah.
and he almost goes onto his haunches like in a feral state and just like bounds off like an actual line in the direction of Clarissa.
Oh yeah.
Vian starts to reply before he's just gone, and she's like,
Yeah.
okay, I broke it again.
The telepathy's still up.
Nah, she lets it go.
Okay.
You will feel like Howard has put a hand on your shoulder a little bit, just like, if it is bad, we can take care of it. Because Cass just launches herself at Evan.
Just gigantic people pile ensues.
But Argyle, Your mission is seemingly coming to a close as the person you hold dear is very, very close. The only barricade between you and them is probably one Solace Stranzia. Someone who Clarissa's buddied up to, whether through choice, coercion, or both. You don't know. I'll speak to you if you wish to do any more towards that, or just do it off camera and then explain to the party the results, because in case they want to chase. Evan, you had, I was going to say a near-death experience, but you had a death experience.
No, Death had an Evan experience.
Yes, for the second time, Evan, you have tasted the bittersweet end of life, and yet again, reaped the seeds of life once more and brought them back. Oh, this time, the difference is, still you. At least, the you that people remember. You have a Cass. Someone who was taken, held, and locked away from you all, coerced you all, mentally strained you all, also developed some of you into better and stronger people for it. But now she's back, will anything change? Will Hailra stick around? Will Cass stick around? Will anybody? I suppose the answer will be tune in 2 weeks. On the 20th of August. That's when you'll find out the answer to at least one of those questions. Maybe more. But I think people watching on YouTube, I'm going to say goodnight to you all. Ta-ra.
Bye.
Bye.